Okay, so new video this time. So this video, I'll be discussing the Melaka trial 2023 paper 1. Okay, this is mathematics. So let's start. Scroll. Okay, number 1. Okay, we read the question. Which of the following is the same value as 32 base 10? And A, they give it base 9, B, base 8, C, base 4, D, base 2. Okay, ada satu cara where I can convert this base 10 number to base 9 and then convert to base 8, convert to base 4, convert to base 2 and then see which one match lah. But if I do it like this, it's very slow. There's a faster way to do it. Instead of converting 32 to base 9, 8, 4, 2, I will do it in reverse. It means I will convert A, B, C, D, all these numbers to base 10 and see which one match with 32. So how do we convert a base 9 number to base 10? Okay, do you remember how you convert a smaller base to base 10? You will use the darab punya cara or bahagi punya cara? Darab punya cara, because from a smaller base to base 10 memang kena darab. Tapi you kena tulis dia punya place value, which is the nilai tempat. Kalau base 9 dia akan jadi 9 power 0, 9 power 1. Yang ni dia akan jadi 8 power 0, 8 power 1. Yang ni, if base 4, it will be 4 power 0, 4 power 1, 4 power 2, 4 power 3. Power 3. This one will be 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. And what you do is you darab atas bawah. So what you press 9 power 1, which is 9, and then 9 times 3 plus 9 power 0 times 6. So what you get here? Let's press. Okay, let me press my calculator. 9 times 3 plus 1 times 6. 33. So we know A is not the answer because they want 32, right? So we try with B lah. Okay, so now I press 8 power 1 times 4, which is 8 times 4, so 32. 32 plus 8 power 0, which is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. So 8 times 4 is 32 base 10. So we know the answer is B, right? C is not the answer because if C you darab, you will get, let's see, 4 power 3 is 64. 64 times 2 is 128 base 10. You can ignore all the zeros because when you times anything times 0 is 0. So that's why it's 128. Same with this. 2 power 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 16. Because 2 power 4 times 1 is 16, but you still have to plus with it. 2 power 3 times 0 is 0, 2 power 2, 0, 0, 0. Everything is 0, so 0 tak payah tambah. So the answer is B boy. Okay, that's how you do it. Let's keep going. Number 2, 1023 base 4 plus 203 base 4 minus 102 base 4. And all your answer is in base 4, right? Of course, you can also tell me you convert everything to base 10 first, and then only you use calculator, right? Because you cannot use calculator to tekan this. You cannot tekan in your calculator 1023 plus 203 minus 102. You cannot do like that because it's not base 10. Base 10 baru boleh buat macam tu. Okay, tekan calculator. So if it's base 4, then how? Okay, ada satu cara is you convert everything to base 10 and then press calculator. But if you use that method, after you get the answer, you still have to convert back to base 4, right? But if you use another, but if you don't want to do like that, you can straight away just tambah tolak sendirilah without using calculator. Just 1023 base 4 tambah 203 base 4 like that. And then you just tambah sendiri. So how to tambah? Okay, if you take a base 4 number plus base 4 number, it will, your answer will be in base 4. So let's take 3 plus 3. What is 3 plus 3? 6, right? But you cannot write 6. Because base 4 number, what is the highest digit in base 4? The highest digit is always 1 less than the base. So highest digit is 3. It means you can only see 0, 1, 2, and 3 in a base 4 number. For example, I say base 7. What would be the highest digit? You can only see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 6 only. Because the highest digit is always 1 less than the base. Okay, so padam yang ni. That is why in base 10 number, you only see paling besar sampai 9, 0 sampai 9. And base 2 number, you only see 0 and 1. You will not see 2, right? So the highest digit is always 1 less than the base. Okay, 3 plus 3 is 6. But since I cannot write 6, because base 4 number, highest digit you can see is 3, right? So what you do is you minus the base, you minus the 4, and see how many extra. 6 minus 4 is 2, right? It means the 2 you write here. Okay, but since you minus 4 satu kali, then you will plus 1 here. Okay, so you minus 4 satu kali, you plus 1 here. Okay, let's repeat. Let's do it. Let's continue. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 0, 3 lah. So you write 3. 3 boleh tulis sebab base 4 memang boleh ada 3. And then what about 0 plus 2? 0 plus 2 is 2, no problem. And then 1, you just bring it down. Right? So this is your answer, but not the final answer yet. You still have to minus with what? You still have to minus with 102 base 4. right? Okay, how you minus? Base 4 number minus base 4 number, you will end up with base 4. 2 minus 2, just write 0. 3 minus 0, just write 3. 2 minus 1, just write 1. This one, just write 1. So the answer is C. Okay. Number 3, which of the following is equal matrix for 11, negative 6.5? Okay, if two matrices are equal, they need to have the same order. What do I mean by same order? Means they have to have the same row and same column. Same number of rows and same number of column. Yang ini ada berapa row, berapa column. This one have 2 row, 1 column. So we know A is wrong because this is 1 row, 2 column. And C is automatic wrong also. Okay, for two matrices to be equal, they have to be the same row, same column. So it's either B or D, right? And it's very obvious the answer is D. Okay, why not B? Because B is negative 11, 6.5. This one is 11, negative 6.5. Then why D boleh? Because if 11 sudah sama, negative 13/2, if you press in your calculator, you will get 6.5. Alright, so it's very straightforward. You just choose which one is the same value as the matrix, right? But it's not just same value. Have to be same rows, same number of rows, same number of column, right? Okay, let's continue with number 4. This one is matrix, tolak matrix, tambah matrix. So if tolak tambah, we don't, how to say, we have to make sure they have the same row, same column, baru boleh tambah tolak, right? So they are all 2 row, 2 column, 2 row, 2 column, 2 row, 2 column. So we can straight away buat tambah tolak. Tapi kalau darab bahagi lain, kalau darab bahagi lain, dia tak perlu ada same order. They just, it's just that this number and this number kena sama. Itu kalau darab. That one kalau darab, okay? But if tambah tolak, it has to have exact same order, and the correct way to plus minus is this number minus this number plus this number right here. Okay, so negative 3 minus negative 4 is negative 3 plus 4, which is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. You can use your calculator to help you. And then this number 8 minus 1 plus negative 1, you will write here. Okay, so 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 plus minus 1 means 7 minus 1, 6. Right? So next one, how to get this number? This number, you have to take 2 minus 5 plus negative 2, means 2 minus 5 minus 2. You will get 2 minus 5 is negative 3, minus 2 is negative 5. Okay, so I think I know the answer already. It's B, right? Okay, let's do this anyway. So 4 minus negative 2 means 4 plus 2, 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, so the answer is B, boy. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Number 5. This one is indices. Okay, so they want to simplify this, right? Okay, before we do this, we have to know some formulas. Okay, so the first formula I'll give you is, if I give you A power M times A power N, if the base is same, and then tengah-tengah is darab, the power we must plus, right? But if the base sama bahagi, the power we have to minus. Okay, this one very important. Okay, what is the next one? The next one is if I give you A power of M and then power N. A power N power N. This one means what? It's A power, the M and N, you have to darab. You have to times. Okay, you have to times. Okay, what the next one? If I give you A power negative M. Okay, if the power is negative, you can bring it down. But then the base won't change, just the base will tukar tanda. It means atas ke bawah, bawah ke atas, base dia tetap sama. Cuma kuasa sahaja yang berubah tanda. Right? So for example, if I give you 2 power negative 7, you tell me 1 over 2 power 7. Like that. Okay? So I will erase this. Okay, what else? If I give you square root A power 1 over 2. If I give you cube root A power 1 over 3. If I give you fourth root A power 1 over 4. Okay, and then one more thing is, if I give you A power 0 or B power 0 or 17 power 0, anything power 0 is always equals to 1. Okay, so all of this is very important. Okay, now we do this question. 9x squared y power 6. Okay, if there's nothing in between here, it means what? It means it's darab. Okay, it's times. Okay, so it's actually 9 darab x squared darab y power 6 darab 3 darab x squared, and then per dengan 27 darab y squared. That's what it means. Alright. Okay, you kena tahu satu benda. Number hanya boleh darab dengan number, x hanya boleh darab dengan x, and y hanya boleh buat dengan y. It means nombor hanya boleh buat dengan nombor. So 9 darab 3 dapat 27. 27 divide 27 dapat 1. So 1 tak payah tulis. So we know C and D confirm wrong. Okay. And remember, X dengan X saja yang boleh buat. So what is X power 2 darab X power 2? Dia akan jadi X power 4, right? So X power 2 darab X power 2, it will be X power 4. And this X power 4 will be atas. Okay. So Nombor hanya boleh buat dengan nombor, X hanya boleh buat dengan X, Y hanya boleh buat dengan Y. So what is Y power 6 bahagi Y power 2? Y power 6 bahagi, Y bahagi because dia duduk bawah. So dia jadi Y power 6 minus 2 dapat 4. So this one is Y power 4 and the answer is A. Okay. The reason why the number disappear is because 9 times 3, 27 divided 27 is 1. And 1 kita tak ada orang tulis. That's why number 5 answer is, the answer is A. Alright. Okay, let's continue. Okay, number 6. Given 5r squared equals to 3t plus 4s. Express t in terms of r and s. Express t means cari t. That's why you look at A, B, C, D, semua cari t. Okay, how to cari t? Pindah lah. Very easy. So how you pindah this? So first thing first, I will rewrite this. 5r squared equals to 3t plus 4s. I'll write like this. 3t plus 4s equals to 5r squared. Please don't tell me, hey sir, why you write different? It's the same. It's the same. I just terbalikkan. I just write the 3t plus 4s in front, the 5r squared belakang, itu saja. The reason why I buat macam tu is because I want to find t. So how to find t? First pindah 4s lah. So tambah hantar jadi tolak. So minus 4s. And then times 3 becomes divide 3. So 5r squared minus 4s divide 3. So that would be the answer. So let's look at A, B, C, D. Ada jawapan tak? Ada kan? Okay, what if dia tak ada jawapan? If tak ada jawapan, you separate macam ni. Okay, but you can only do this when bawah ada satu term. So if I say if dia tak ada jawapan, baru you buat macam ni. So dia akan jadi 5/3 r square minus 4/3s. Yang ini dengan yang ini adalah benda yang sama. Alright. Tapi ini you buat macam tu kalau dia tak ada jawapan, baru you buat macam ni. C cannot. Why C cannot? Because this one is 5r square over 3 minus 4s. It's supposed to be minus 4s over 3. Okay. That is why the correct answer is B. Right. Okay. So let's continue with number 7. The statement below is the inverse of an implication. So this is actually the inverse. Okay, inverse means songsang in bahasa Melayu. Which of the following is the contrapositive of the inverse? Okay, first I will write down empat. Okay, ada 4 perkara yang you kena tahu lah. So the first one is the implication format. Implication punya format dia mesti macam ni. If P then Q. Okay, if P then Q. Right. Second one you need to know is called converse. In bahasa Melayu, akas. Akas means you terbalikkan the Q and P. Right. So it becomes if Q then P. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Actually, you kena tahu ada nama untuk P dengan Q ni. Okay, ada nama. P we call it antecedent. Okay, antecedent. And then Q we call it consequent. Okay. Dalam bahasa Melayu, antecedent is antejadian. Consequent is the akibat. This one sometimes they will ask. I remember in my last state paper, they got asked this one. Right? They asked which one is the consequent. I forgot which video lah, but one of the video got asked. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So remember implication format. If P then Q, converse is you terbalikkan the P and Q. So jadi if Q then P. What about inverse? Inverse is songsang. Okay, if for songsang inverse, you don't have to terbalik. You just have to do negation. Negation means you buat macam ni. Alright. So then if not P, then not Q. This symbol is the symbol for negation. This wave symbol. Okay, negation. It means you buat apa? You buat lawan dia ataupun you boleh cakap if bukan P then bukan Q. Macam tu. Okay, the last one is contrapositive. In bahasa Melayu also call the same contrapositive. Okay. If converse just now you terbalikkan, inverse you jangan terbalik, you just do negation. But then what's contrapositive? Okay, contrapositive is you terbalik and buat negation. It means you terbalik Q ke depan and then buat negation. So if negation Q, then negation P like that, right? Or you can say if bukan Q then bukan P macam tu, right? Okay, so you kena hafal ini semua baru boleh jawab soalan ni. So they say this is the inverse, right? And then they ask which of the following is the contrapositive of the inverse. So this is the inverse. So what is this and what is this? If this is the inverse, if you look at the inverse formula is what? If not P then not Q. It means this one is what? This one K plus 4 not equal 9 is negation P. This one is negation Q, right? But in order to find contrapositive, you have to write if not Q first. Then only you write not P. It means your contrapositive will be what? Your contrapositive will be just take this one and terbalik lah. Because inverse is if not P then not Q, but contrapositive is if not Q then not P. So can you see inverse and contrapositive is just that the not P go belakang and then not Q come depan, right? So what you do is you just terbalikkan lah. If K not equals 5, then K plus 4 not equals 9. Then the answer is D, right? So it means we just have to hafal all this lah. So inverse if is if not P then not Q. To get contrapositive, you kena if not Q dulu. That is why the K not equals 5 have to tulis depan. K plus 4 not equal 9, tulis belakang macam tu. Okay, that's the answer. Number 8, given that S varies direct, okay, definitely variation question. So let's we can variation upper steps there. Step 1, write down the variation. Step 2, write down the equation. Step 3, write down find K, and then step 4, rewrite. Okay, every time I do these videos, when I see variation, I always say these 4 steps. Variation, after you write down the variation, you change to equation. But how you change to equation? You can tukar jadi you can change the variation symbol. Okay, this is the variation symbol. You can change to equal, tapi kena tambah K, right? And then after you tambah K, straight away find a K, and then rewrite, and then baru you see what the question wants. Okay, okay. Given that S varies directly with square root of T, so S varies directly means atas dengan atas, so R is directly as square root of T, so square root T. This one square root T. And inversely with U, so the U have to turun bawah because inversely. So kalau directly tulis atas, inversely tulis bawah. And then now what you do is you tambah K, right? Okay, but let's finish reading the question first lah. If S equals 8, T equals 36, U equals 3, express S in terms of T and U. What do you think? Why do you think they give you the S, T, and U? For you to find K later in your step 3, right? They give you the S, T, U, all the complete information is for you to find the K. Okay, but now you have to do step 2 first. Change this to equation. So symbol ni boleh tukar jadi equal, tapi kena tambah K. And the K will darab square root T over U. And what is K darab square root T over U? So when you take a K darab square root T over U, the K you will darab atas or bawah? You darab atas saja. So dia jadi square macam ni, square root T over U like this. And then now you find K, right? But in order to find K, you kena ada apa? You kena ada T, you kena ada U, you kena ada S, you kena semua ada. You kena masuk complete punya information. So the complete information here is S equals 8, okay? U equals 3, okay, 3, and then T equals 36. Make sure when you masuk, you ganti, be careful. Because if you terbalik, let's say the 3 you put here, 36, you letak bawah, wrong also, okay? So look carefully. T is 36, so inside the square root is 36, and then bawah is U, so bawah is 3, and then this one is 8. Okay, what is square root 36? 6, and then here is 3, here is 8, right? And then 6 and 3 can cut, you are left with 2, and then 2 hantar jadi bahagi, right? Because 2 and K is darab mah, so K is equals to 8 divide 2, which is 4. So the K is 4, but then you have to rewrite. So when you rewrite, it becomes what? So when you rewrite, you look at this. So it becomes S equals K square root T over U, which is 4 square root T over U. This one is the step 4 lah, rewrite. So the answer is D. Okay. It means after you do all this, and then you see what the question wants. So the question wants you to find S in terms of T and U. It means sudah siap lah. Ini S in terms of T and U. But there are some questions that where they want you to, how to say, they don't want you to stop here. They want you to terus cari nilai S or T or U. Ada juga soalan macam ni. Tapi kalau dia tanya macam tu, then you sambung je lah. But the step you still have to buat macam ni dulu. Alright? Okay, so itulah cara dia. Excuse me. Okay, number 9. This one is from one chapter. From one chapter 8. Okay, it's called line and angles. Lines and angles. Okay, PQRS, EFQG, and HRJ are straight lines. PQRS is this one. It's a straight line. And then EFQG is this one. Is also a straight line. And then the last one, HRJ, is also a straight line. And then they say calculate value of X. Okay, first of all, we need to understand what this symbol means. This arrow. This arrow symbol. This arrow symbol and this arrow symbol means these two lines are parallel. Parallel means selari. It means if you extend this line, they will not meet each other. They will not touch each other. Okay, that's what it means by parallel. Okay, same thing here. They put an arrow here and arrow here means what? These two lines are also parallel. Okay, but how to find value of X? Okay, don't look at this question first. Look at my notes. So the first one I want to mention is called corresponding angle. Okay, corresponding angle. Corresponding angle means you will look for this letter, the letter F, right? So I'll give you some example. So like this. Let's say these two lines are parallel. I'll draw like this, right? And let's say this is angle A. This is angle A. So what you do is, if this is angle A, this is also angle A, all right? That's why we call it corresponding. But you can only use it if they are parallel. So we have two parallel lines, tarik satu line macam ni, then this angle is same with this angle. Of course, saya boleh juga cakap, let's say macam ni, saya tarik satu line, this angle also same with this angle, right? Or you can also cakap macam ni, two lines parallel macam ni, or this one and this one sama. Okay, angle A is angle A. Okay. Okay, in all these diagrams, you can realize, you can see the letter F. You see F, 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 right? That's why I say F. This one also got F, but the F is a bit, is like that, it's pointing there, right? And then this one, where's the F? This one, the F is like the balik one. Okay, that's why corresponding angle means what? The angle is same kalau you jumpa huruf F. But the huruf, angle yang sama is here and here. Not here and here. So kena tahu, kena jaga-jaga lah. So this one and this one sama, right? Okay, I will erase this. Okay, I will erase this, and I will erase this also. Next thing I want to mention is called what is it? Ayo, I forgot already. Interior angle. Interior angle. Interior angle. Interior angle means what? Interior angle means the sum is 180. The sum equals 180. Okay. But you can only use this when you see U or C. U or C. Okay. Okay, I will show you. Let's say I have two lines that are parallel, and then I say that this one is angle A. Right? But it has to be parallel, and then this one is angle B. So we can say, you can see that there's a C huruf, right? So if there's a C means what? A plus B equals to 180. This one is interior angle. Okay, because interior inside. Okay, so actually we can say that we can actually draw it here also, right? It means this angle plus this angle, it will be 180. That's the idea. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Let me wait. Okay, let me write again. Interior angle. So what I write just now, sum equals to 180, right? And you have to look for the C like that or the U. Okay, it's the same thing. If you look at this inside angle and this angle plus is 180, this angle and this angle plus is 180. That's what it means. Okay, so let's draw an example. Okay, of course it doesn't. Okay, it must be parallel. Of course it doesn't have to be this angle and this angle. It can be here and here also. Here and here plus also 180. Macam tu. Okay, so I'll write A, B, and then I'll write A plus B equals 180. And I'll highlight it for you. So the huruf C is here, right? Okay, the last one I want to talk about is alternate angle. Okay, it means the other tiga lah, the other tiga. Alternate angle. Okay, alternate angle is you will jumpa huruf Z. Okay, so Z yang macam ni, tapi dia boleh juga jadi Z yang macam ni, right? So what it means is, if you have a Z and these two lines have to be parallel. If it's not parallel, then kita tak boleh guna. Okay, if parallel, then only we can say this angle and this angle, they are the same. Means if this, let's say this one is angle A, this one also angle A, they will be the same. Same with this case. If this is angle A, this is also angle A. All right. Actually, this and this, they are the same thing. You just imagine this one. This line, you pull towards this direction, right? And this line you pull towards this direction. What it will become? It will become like this lah, which is same as this, right? So if you take this line and you tolak ke kiri, and then this line you tolak ke kanan, so you will end up looking like this, but they are still parallel. These two lines are still parallel. That's why this angle and this angle sama macam tu. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, so tiga-tiga ni kita tahu lah. Kita ada huruf F, ada huruf U, ada huruf C, ada huruf Z. Okay, so Z, F, U, C. So after you know all this, now you can answer this question. Okay, first of all, they want to find X, right? Before you find X, you have to find out everything you can first, because you cannot just find X directly. You have to maybe find some other parts, right? Some other angle. So first thing first, I sudah nampak this one is 70. Can you see this one should be 70 also? Why is it? Did you see the huruf F? If you don't see it, I will show you. This F, can you see? See? Ayo. Okay, wait. Okay, so wait. Alright, so this is the huruf F, right? So you see, this is 70, that's why this one is same. I already mentioned, right? But it has to be parallel baru boleh guna tiga ni. Kalau tak ada parallel two lines tak ada parallel tak boleh. So you can see this one parallel, they will put arrow, that's why I can do like that. And how I can find here? I can use the huruf C. Okay, or huruf U lah, whatever lah. C and U is the same. So how to use the huruf U? The sum here 70 plus here will be 180. So I'll take 180 minus 70, which is 110, right? And if this is 110, this should be 110 also. Yeah, this should be 110 also. Okay, and then what about it? They got give 105 here. So let's padam the 110, and instead of finding the whole thing 110 here, why not just find yang small sini? Because I sudah nampak huruf C, right? So let me just, okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, let me just show you like this. So you see the huruf C, right? So it means this angle and this angle plus together is 180. So if I press 180 minus 105, my calculator give me 75. So this is 75. 75, right? And also this one I can find already because just now I remember the whole thing here is 110. Why is it 110? Because this 110, there's a F here, F, you see? And then this line parallel, right? That's why this one 110, this whole thing is 110. So I can take 110 minus 75 to get here. So 110 minus 75, 35. Or you can also say, some student might say, sir, if can I take 180 minus 70 minus 75 to get here? Can also. You'll get 35 also. Okay. Okay, what about here? What about here? This one you have to use the Z shape. Okay, but can I find out? Wait, let me think. Actually, no need. You can use Z also, but in order to use Z, you need to have here, right? But I don't have here. So what I can do? Actually, I can see that this is a straight line. This is a straight line. And here is 75, here is 70. So to find here is just 180 minus 70 minus 75, which is 35. So now how to find X? Just take 360, because one circle is 360, minus these four values. So minus 35, minus 75, minus 70, minus 35. Right? So you press all these, you get the answer. Okay, my calculator give me 145. Right? So number 9, the answer is D. Okay, Number 10, in diagram 2, PQRTUV is a regular hexagon. Okay, this word very important. Regular means what? Same sides. It means sama panjang. So it means this one sama panjang. So if the hexagon is sama panjang, it means the sudut macam mana, the angle macam mana. The interior angle also sama for all, how to say, all dekat semua tempat lah. Angle, interior angle dia sama, right? And then they say STUV, SRQ are straight line. Okay, this one straight line. This one also straight line. Calculate the value of m plus n. Okay, I'll straight away tell you, if they mention regular hexagon, you can actually find out how many angles here. Okay, it will be 120. Okay, let me show you the formula. So the sum of interior angles formula is what? It's n minus 2 times 180. Okay, what is interior angle? Interior angle means sudut dalam, sudut interior. Okay, so n is to masuk how many sides? So for example, this one is got 6 sides, right? So the n you masuk 6, and then minus 2 times 180. Okay, so once you press this, you will get 720. Okay, so 720 is the what? Is the sum of interior angle. It means inside the regular hexagon, the sum all tambah is 720. That's what it means. But I can take the 720 divide 6. Why we can divide? Because they got mentioned the word regular. If they mention the word regular means semua panjang sama, semua sudut, each angle also sama. That's why you can divide 6 to get 120. That's why all these sudut is 120, 120, 120, 120. This one is 120. This one is 120, right? But of course, if they never mention the word regular, you can't divide 6. Because if they never mention regular means the sum is still 720, but each angle will be different, right? Because if tak sama panjang, maybe some is 60, some is not 60, some is 120, it's different. But if they are all same, then of course you can divide by 6, because you can divide equally lah, because they are all same, right? So you can only divide when they say regular. Okay, after we know this, we still haven't get our answer yet, because I want to find m plus n, right? Okay, look carefully at your m. Your m is not 120, your m is actually 120 plus with this small part, right? So I don't know this small part. So how do you do it? Okay, first of all, I can find here, because one straight line is 180 minus 120 is 60. And I can also find here, because one circle is 360 minus 120 is 240. So now can I find here? Yes, because this is a quadrilateral. So if you look carefully, this is a quadrilateral. Let me draw it out like this, like this, like this, like this. So can you see got 4 sides? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is the how to say, sum of interior angle? It will be 360. Okay, for those who tak faham kenapa semua jumlah sini 360, you will use this formula again. But this time the n is 4, because got 4 sides, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 180 is 360. That's why the sum of interior angle is 360. But then this time you cannot take the 360 divide 4. Why this time cannot divide? Because this time is not regular. All the angle is not same. Got 41, got 60, got 240 is not same. Okay, you can use your eyes also can see already. These sides, they are all different length. That's why all the angle is tak sama lah. But we can find here by taking 360 minus all this, minus 41, minus 60, minus 240, right? So I straight away press calculator. 360 minus 60 minus 41 minus 240. Okay, my calculator give me 19. It means I know my M already. My M is not 19, but my M is what? 139. Because M is actually 120, which is here, plus with the 19. So my M is 139. Okay, but I still have to find N. Okay, how to find? Okay, I can find here first. This is a straight line, 180 minus 120 is 60. This one also straight line 60. So this one also would be 60. You know why? Because triangle, the sum of interior angle is 180. Okay, how I know? Use this formula again. Got three sides, so muscle N3. 3 minus 2, 1, 1 times 180, 180. Means the sum of interior angle 180. And I already know two angles, 60 and 60. It means this angle I already know, this angle I already know. So can I find this? Yes, just press 180 minus 60, and you will get 60. So after you know your N is 60 and your M is 139, you plus them because they want to find M plus N, right? So what is 139 plus 60? Use calculator, you get 190. So the answer for number 10 is C. Okay. Okay, number 11. They want you to simplify this. Okay, this one is also under indices, right? So let me take you back to the formula yang saya sudah tulis tadi. This one. You remember this? This one. Okay. So if I say same base darab, power kena plus, same base bahagi, power kena minus. If I say A power of N, you kena darab power 2. Kalau power negative, boleh letak bawah. Kalau square root, power 1 over 2, cube root, power 1 over 3, cube root 1 over 4, and anything power 0 is 1. Okay. Yang ni kena tahu lah. So now we scroll back to the soalan and we apply all those formulas lah. Okay, how to do this? First of all, kita kena buat bracket dulu. So P power 4 tak boleh buat dulu. Q power negative 3 jangan tengok dulu. Okay, kita kena buat yang ni power 4 over 4. Okay, siapa yang kena power 1 over 4? Semua dalam bracket, betul? 16 pun kena power 1 over 4. P power 8 pun kena power 1 over 4. And I already say 16 power 1 over 4 means what? 4th root 16. Because I already mentioned it in the nota just now. So what is 4th root 16? 2. So this one will be 2. Okay, if you don't know, you can use your calculator, right? You can just press 16 and then use this power button and then 1 over 4. Okay, or you can also press 4th root 16, right? Means you tekan 4 and then shift square root 16. Can also. Okay, so yeah, itu cara dia. Okay, after you know it's 2, now you can continue. Siapa lagi yang kena power 1 over 4? P power 8 also power 1 over 4. Okay, what is P power 8 power 1 over 4? I already mentioned in my nota just now. If the power like this, you cannot plus, you have to darab. So 8 darab 1 over 4 means 8 divided 4, which is 2. So you end up with P power 2. And if there's nothing in between, it's times. Okay, it means times. Okay, number hanya boleh buat dengan nombor, P hanya boleh buat dengan P, Q hanya boleh buat dengan Q. So nombor dia seorang saja. So dia tak boleh buat. Tapi P boleh buat dengan P. So what is P power 4 times P power 2? P power 6 or P power 8? P power 6. Some student will tell me P power 8 because they thought they have to take 4 times 2. Salah. If base sama darab, power kena tambah. So 4 plus 2 is 6. And then over Q power negative 3. And did I mention just now, if power negative, what you can do? You can make it positive. How you make it positive? You can naik atas. So dia akan jadi 2P power 6. Yang ni boleh naik atas. Tapi bila naik atas, base dia tak tukar. Base dia tetap sama. Cuma kuasa sahaja yang berubah tanda jadi power 3. So that's why the answer is P. Okay. So all of this actually depends on whether you ada kuasai all this formula or not, right? So I also got mentioned here, you see power negative, right? So if I said A power negative M, it will be 1 over A power M, right? But what if I say, let's say 3 power negative 7? It will become 1 over 3 power 7, right? But what if I say 1 over 2 power negative 5? Can also. Ya, dia boleh atas ke bawah, bawah ke atas. So this one can naik atas also. But when dia naik atas, the base will stay the same. Just the kuasa saja yang tukar tanda, right? So atas ke bawah, bawah ke atas, base dia tetap sama, tapi kuasa kena berubah, kena ubah tanda. Okay, so yang tu kena tahu lah. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, number 12. Let's read the question. A box contains 3 blue pens, 5 red pens, 1 black pen. 2 pens are selected from the box at random 1 by 1 without replacement. Calculate the probability that the 2 selected pens are the same color. Okay, this is probability question from 4 chapter 9. But you have to read this word without replacement. Without replacement means what? It means saya sudah ambil 1 pen, saya tak letak balik. And in total, I will end up with 2 pens because I ambil 2. Okay, so when I ambil 1, and then I tak letak balik, then I ambil kedua. So what this means, if they say without replacement, it means when you take the second time, the probability of getting the total change already. The total have to -1. Because if without replacement means what? After I ambil, saya tak letak balik kepada box tu, saya letak tepi. So bila saya letak tepi, the jumlah pen dalam box will kena tolak satu. Because you already take one out, right? Okay, whenever I teach probability question, I always say the same thing. In all my videos, I always say the same thing. Jangan cari two selected pen yang same color dulu. It means the soalan want you to find same color, but you don't do that first. You write down all the possibilities, okay? It's a good habit because for the difficult question, you have to write down all the possibilities, okay? Ada soalan yang susah. So let's write down all the possibilities. So we have blue pen, red pen, and black pen. But I take two pens, right? Two pens. So I might end up with blue, right? Or maybe blue, red, okay? Or maybe blue, black. Okay. They both starts with okay, let's use bahasa Melayu. Okay. Biru, merah, hitam. Okay. Because the black and blue they both start with B, right? So that's why I use bahasa Melayu. So I might end up with biru, biru. Okay, biru merah. Okay. And then biru hitam. Okay. Or merah followed by biru. Or merah followed by hitam. Or maybe merah, biru, merah, hitam, or merah, merah. Okay, I forgot merah, merah. Okay, or maybe hitam, biru. Okay, or maybe hitam, merah, or maybe hitam, hitam, right? But hitam, hitam is not possible because there's only one black pen, right? But it doesn't matter because what I want now, calculate probability that two selected pens are the same color. It means kita tak payah buat semua. After we list down all the possibilities, we only buat biru probability, merah, and hitam, right? But the hitam will be 0 if you find it. Okay, let's do it also. So let's do biru punya probability. Total, okay, 3 blue pen ada 3, tapi total ada berapa? 3 plus 5 plus 1, which is 9. Okay. But when you take the second blue, it will be over 8 because you have to -1. And then the blue pen also become 2 already. Because tadi yang keluar biru juga. So when you select the second time, your biru tinggal 2 saja dalam box. And then jumlah pun tinggal 8 saja. And then have to plus with merah probability 5 over total. Total ada 9. And then have to times with over berapa. Okay, satu merah sudah keluar means tinggal 8. Right? And then here become 4. Okay, and then plus with the last one. Okay, this one I know is 0 already, but let's do it anyway. So it'll be 1/9 times. Okay, same concept. The 9 jumlah sudah jadi 8, tinggal 8. And then the black pen sudah keluar, it means tak ada black pen dah dalam box 2. That's why 0/8. Okay, let me tell you, 0 divided 8 is 0. And then 0 times 1/9 is 0. Means this whole thing is 0. So I don't have to do all this because plus 0 means nothing lah. So I just press this in my calculator and then I'll get the answer. Right? So let me press 3 divided 9 times 2 divided 8 plus 5 divided 9 times 4 divided 8. Okay, my calculator give me 13/26. But if I look at my ABCD, tak ada jawapan, right? So how? Okay, let's look at A answer. 26/72. Actually, this one can kecilkan, right? Divide by 2, which is 13/36, which is exactly same as my answer. So A lah, A should be the answer. Okay, because 26/72, after you cut, after you potong, you will get 13/36. Okay, so number 12, answer is A. Yep. Okay, let's continue with number 13. Okay, this question, when I first do it, I don't know how to do it. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know how to do it. Because this one is actually under form 3 punya. Okay, tak apa, kita baca soalan dulu. The following are the types of savings accounts that might had by a retailer, except berikut merupakan jenis akaun simpanan yang mungkin dipunyai oleh seorang peniaga runcit, kecuali, okay, let's look at the jawapan first. A, account simpanan, saving account. B, account simpanan tetap, fixed deposit. C, account semasa, current account. Or D, account bank account. Okay, when I bought this question by myself, I'm like stunned because I don't know how to do it. Because I really don't know how to do it, this one. So what I do is I go to find the form 3 textbook and I go and refer back. So I'll show you what I discover. So let me show you. Okay, this is the textbook. Okay, I even took a picture, right? So this is the form 3 textbook. Okay, page 52. So this one is chapter 3 lah. Form 3 chapter 3, and it says here savings and investment. Okay, yang ni tak payah baca. And then if I look at these 3 account, it mentioned like savings account, fixed deposit account, current account, right? And you see this in your answer just now, savings, deposit, current. Let's go back to this one. Okay, savings, deposit, current. So the only one yang tak ada dalam the buku text is D, right? So maybe I think the answer is D. So yeah, so I think we can assume that, right? Because they say types of saving accounts held by retailer. So when I refer to the book text, that's what the book text show this, right? So I see that the bank account is the only thing that doesn't show here, right? So that's the answer. I think that's the answer. Yeah. So itu cara dia. Okay. Okay, number 14. Number 14 is interest. Okay, and to be more specific, it's not simple interest, it's compound interest. And kebetulan is the same chapter as this chapter, this book text page. This one is from chapter 3. Yeah. So the compound interest also under that chapter. Okay. Okay, let's how I know it's compound. Okay. Okay, interest got dua jenis tau. Ada simple, other compound, but how you know it's simple interest or compound interest? If the question got mentioned the word compound, then it's compound interest. Okay, so let's read the question. Amina wishes to deposit 20,000 in a fixed deposit account for 2 years. Plan 1, annual interest rate 3% and compound. You see the word compound, every 3 months. And then plan 2, annual interest rate 3.2% and compound. You see, that's why it's compound interest every 6 months. What is the difference of interest earned between the two plans? Okay, so since this is compound interest, I have to use the compound interest formula. If simple interest, I will use the PRT formula. But if it's compound interest, the formula is P 1 plus R over N power NT. Okay. Okay, what is P stands for? The principal. The principal. Okay. And then what is R? The rate. Okay, or you can say the interest rate. And then what is N? Number of times compounded in 1 year. In 1 year. Okay, don't worry, I'll explain later. And then NT. Okay, N I already explained. And this N and this N is the same. Okay, T is the number of years. It's how many years? I'll just write years lah. Okay. Okay, tak apa, we try to do the plan 1. So let's do plan 1 first. So the annual interest is 3% compounded every 3 months. So how do we find the matured value? MB. Okay, this one, the formula is formula for matured value. And we only use this formula when it's compound interest. So what's the formula? P1 plus R over N and T. So P would be how much? 20,000. Okay, that's the origin, how to say? The original value lah, principal. And then bracket 1 plus R over N. R is the rate of interest, but the interest rate is 3%. But please don't write 3. And please don't write 0.3. You write 0.03. 3 over 100, when you divide, you 0.03. You kena pandai tukar percentage to fraction. Okay. And then over the N. N is what? Number of times compounded in 1 year. They say compounded every 3 months. It means every 3 months compounded sekali. So how many times it will compound in 1 year? So 1 year got how many months? 12 months, right? So if every 3 months I compound, it means ada berapa kali? 4 kali kan? Because if it means every 3 months I compound, it means compound in 1 year is compound 4 times. Okay? You can also say just take 12, because 1 year is 12 months, right? Just take 12, divide 3. Okay? Because every 3 months I compound sekali. So in 12 months, I should have compound 4 kali. So number of times compounded is 4 times. That's what it means. Okay. And then power with NT. N, you know already is 4. And then T, the amount of years is 2 years. So this one is bracket 2 like that. Okay. Okay, you press all this lah. But I recommend you press 1 plus 0.3 1 plus 0.03 divide 4. And then answer power 8. Because 4 times 2 is 8, right? And then don't forget to times 20,000. Okay, my calculator give me 21231.98. 21231.98. So this is kalau plan 1. Tapi kalau ikut plan 2, same, we use the same formula. This time my P is also 20,000 because that's the fixed, the deposit, 20,000. And then you also take 1 plus R over N. The interest rate is 3.2%. 3.2 means 3.2 divide 100, which is 0.32 or 0.032. 0.032. Be careful. And then over N. N is number of times compounded in 1 year. So this one is say compounded every 6 months. It means your N is 2. Okay, for those who don't understand why 2 is because 12 divide 6. Okay, because it compound every 6 months. So in 12 months, sudah compound berapa kali? 2 kali lah. Because 6 months kali mah. So in 12 months means 2 kali lah. That's what it means. And then don't forget to power NT. N is 2 this time. Okay, and then the T is also 2 because 2 years, right? Okay, what is 2 times 2? 4, right? So later have to power 4. So now I will press 1 plus 0.032. 1 plus 0.032, and then divide 2. Okay, and then equal, and then answer power 4 times 20,000. Okay, my calculator give me 21311.05. 21311.05. And then find the difference lah. Take this one minus this one, you get the answer. Okay, minus 21231.98. Okay, my calculator give me 79.07. Okay, so the answer is A. Actually, my calculator give me 79.06899.072. So actually a lot of decimal place, but we write 2 decimal place because this is price. So when you write 2 decimal place, you will round off, become 79.07. Right? Okay, number 15. A boy with a height of 1.6 meter found that his shadow is 2 meter on the ground. So the real height is 1.6, but the shadow is 2 meter. Estimate the height of tree if the difference means beza, between the height of the tree and its shadow is 1.2 meter. Okay, let's I will draw it out so that it's easy for you to imagine. So this is a boy, and the boy height is how much? The boy height is 1.6 meter. And then the shadow, okay, so let's say this is the ground. So there's the shadow here, okay, the shadow, but the shadow is 2 meter. Okay, so the shadow is actually longer, okay, it's actually longer than the height, because the height is only 1.6. So the how to say, the shadow is longer, right? And then they say estimate the height of tree. So we have tree. If the difference between height of tree and the shadow is 1.2 meter, I think we can all assume that the shadow of the tree will be longer than the height of tree as well. Because for the boy, the height of the shadow is longer. So for tree also, the shadow will be longer, right? So imagine they want you to find height of tree, right? So it means all these answer in A, B, C, D, these are all the height of tree, because they ask you to find height of tree. So these are all the answer for height of tree. So what I will do is I will straight away look at the answer and straight away do it. So how I'll do it is I will take all this value plus 1.2. Okay, because these are all height of trees. Okay, these are all possible heights of trees because only one of these is the correct answer, right? So they say the difference between height of trees and shadow is 1.2. It means this must be this, let's say the height of tree is 2.67. My shadow will be 2.67 plus 1.2, not minus. You have to plus because the shadow is longer. So it will be 3.87. Okay, 3.87 meter. It means this one is the real height of tree, this one is the shadow. Okay, faham maksud saya? Okay, what about B? Same thing. I take 0.96 plus 1.2 also. So my calculator give me 2.16 meter. Okay, let's repeat here. 4.8 plus 1.2, 6.0. So 6 meter. And then 5.6 plus 1.2. Okay, 6.8. Okay, after I write down like this, now I try to see which one have the same ratio. So let's find out the ratio of the boy's shadow, ratio the real height of the boy. So the shadow is 2 meter, right? But then the height is 1.6. So the ratio is how much? 2 ratio 1.6 is the same as saying 2 divide 1.6 because ratio is like fraction. So let's press this and see what we get. 2 divide 1.6. I get 5/4. It means the ratio of shadow to height is 5/4. And then what you do is you go to ABCD and you try to find the ratio for shadow of tree, ratio height, and see which one dapat sama 5/4. If siapa yang dapat, itulah jawapan dia. Okay, so I will straight away tell you the answer is C. Okay, because if you take S, which is 6, ratio 4.8, and if you press your calculator, 6 divide 4.8, dia memang betul bagi 5/4. Let's try. Yes, 5/4. So that's why the answer is C. If you try with A, 3.87 divide 2.67, you will not get 5/4. Same thing here, 2.160 divide 0.96, you will not get 5/4. 6.8 divide 5.6, you will not get 5/4 also. So the only answer is C. Okay, so that's how you do it. All right, it means we use ratio to solve this question. Okay, number 16. Cari nilai yang mungkin bagi K, find value of K. So they give me lost object, area of object 18, area of image 72, find K. Okay, a lot of students will do it like this. Will do wrong. Some of you might do wrong. You might do it like this. You will take, because K formula scale factor is I bahagi O, right? So some of you will go and take 72 divide 18, and then you press this. Maybe you get 4, and then you bulat B. Salah, salah. Ini salah. So remember, this scale factor formula, you can only use it when they give you length. So this formula is image bahagi object, but it's actually the length of image bahagi length of object. So you cannot use area. Okay, so it's not correct if you do 72 divide 18. Salah. Because this scale factor formula is to take length of image by length of object. So you cannot take 72 divide 18. Then if I cannot use this formula, which formula I should use? The area formula lah. Do you remember area of image formula? What is the formula? Area of image equals to K square times area of object. This is the formula we use. This one we learn in transformation. Area of image is 72, and then K square times area of object. Area of object is 18. But first I'll pinna the 18 times 18 becomes divide. But 72 divide 18 is 4, right? But you still have to square root the 4. Okay, when you square root 4, there will be plus minus sign. It means the scale factor can be 2. It can also be negative 2. All right. So the answer is A. Okay, because there's no negative 2 here, only 2 here. So the answer is A. But I want to explain why the K can be 2 and negative 2. Okay, do you remember if scale factor 2 means your image getting bigger or smaller? Bigger. What if your scale factor is negative 2? Your image getting bigger or smaller? Bigger also. You don't tell me, hey, scale factor negative smaller. No, 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 no. You see, area of object is 18. Image is 72. Means your image is getting bigger. But why negative 2 is also one of the answer? Because if your scale factor is negative 2, it still means that your image getting bigger. It's just that your object is an image is at the opposite side. Okay, at the opposite side. Okay, I don't know you remember or not. If scale factor positive, 2 means getting bigger lah, but the object and image on the same side. But if scale factor negative 2, it still means that image getting bigger but on the opposite side. Macam 2. Okay. But since this is objective, so the only answer is A lah. But if this is subjective, I want to see you write 2 answers, 2 and negative 2. Okay. All right. So that's the correct way to do it lah. Okay. Number 17, factorize 6x square. Okay, plus x minus 2. This is already in general form. So if you want to factorize this, it's very simple. You use calculator, right? You're very familiar with this. You always use calculator to press this, right? So how you press? You tekan mode. Okay, I'm using the white calculator, so I menu A degree 2, polynomial degree 2. The A is 6, the B is 1, C is negative 2. Okay, my calculator give me 1 over 2, negative 2 over 3. So the two answers here is 1 over 2, negative 2 over 3. Of course, if you using the black calculator, you tekan guna black calculator. The cara tekan tak sama. But I hope all of you know how to tekan. Okay, but this is not the answer. This is not the answer. After you write, this is the solution. This is the solution. So how usually how you write it? You kosong satu baris, tulis the solution, and then baru you tulis bracket equals 0, right? But this one tak ada 0 lah, because dia tak ada 0 pun. So saya pun tak nak letak 0. Okay, if x 1 over 2, it means your x must be what? Positive jadi minus negative, and then the 2 kena tulis depan. Same thing here. If x is negative 2 over 3, the minus 2 become plus 2, and then the 3 kena letak depan. Alright. So the answer is 2x minus 1, 3x plus 2. The answer is D. Okay. So yang ni kena tahu. Yang ni sangat penting. Okay, number 18. Diagram 3 shows a circle. So definitely this is another form 3 chapter or form 2 chapter. I'm not sure, but I will show you the notes. I will show you my notes. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, these are all the circle formula yang you kena tahu lah. Okay, so let's talk about okay. Out of here got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Only these two is tangent one. This one and this one yang ada tangent. Right? So what is let's talk about tangent. So if tangent center tarik tangent mesti 90 degree. Yang itu kena tahu. What is tangent line by the way? Tangent line means the line touch the circle at one point only. And this point we call it tangent point. Okay, tangent point. And if the circle center tarik to tangent point, dia mesti 90 degree, right? So for example, if I tarik satu line like this is also a tangent. Then the center tarik tangent will be 90 also. That's what it means. And then another one yang other involved tangent is this one. So when we have a circle and we have a tangent, so this one we call it tangent point. We tarik satu garisan to the tepi circle, and then tarik lagi satu line kepada sini, and then I form a triangle. This angle and this angle same, this angle and this angle same, right? But the syarat here is these 2 points have to be on the side of the circle. Dia kena tarik sampai side. Baru boleh guna cara ni, right? Okay, what about this? This one we call it cyclic quadrilateral. This one we call it cyclic quadrilateral. What is cyclic quadrilateral? Cyclic quadrilateral means inside a circle there's a quadrilateral. You see, a quadrilateral inside a circle. But then all the vertices have to be on the side. Vertices means all the bucu of the quadrilateral have to be on the side. Then only I can use this formula. What's the formula? The opposite angle here, A plus C equals to 180, and then B plus D equals to 180. Okay, only when opposite side. All right. This one is very straightforward lah. This one is just saying that if AB I tarik to any side angle, any side, the angle all same. X, 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 X. So nothing much. This one is also okay. This one is we have two arc. This one we call it arc. Yang sama panjang. But if satu angle saya tarik to side, satu angle saya tarik to center, they will have this relation. The angle at center will be 2 times with the angle at the side. Okay, so angle at center is always 2 times bigger than angle side. If the arc is same, okay, if the arc is same. Tapi kalau both pun tarik dari side, then they have the same angle. X, X. Alright. So this one also tarik from the same, tarik to both also tarik to center, so both X lah. Yang ini is diameter. This one, whenever you see the word diameter, tarik to the side, dua line 90 degree. So every time you see diameter, 90 degree, you find a 90 degree. Okay, this one is like I have okay, this one is angle at center, this one angle at the side, right? So what you do, same thing lah. The angle at center is always 2 times the side angle, right? And then this three I don't want to talk about it lah. It's very straightforward. This one also same. You see, A B is the same one, right? But this one tarik to center, but another one tarik to side. So the center angle X will be 2 times the side angle Y, right? That's what it means. Okay, I think it's good enough already. Okay, I think I explained a lot already. So we can do this question already. Diagram 3 shows a circle. Given that PST is tangent. So if tangent means what? Center tarik tangent mesti 90. Tapi tak ada center sini. You jangan tulis sini 90. Bukan. Dia kena center tarik tangent. So they never put center, then it's okay lah. It's fine. Then it means we will not write the 90. And then they say SQRU is cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral I mentioned just now. If cyclic means what? If cyclic means opposite angle tambah dapat 180, right? So let's highlight it SQRU like this. So where's the opposite angle? 112, and then here I can find, right? How to find here? Opposite ma. So 180 minus 112. Okay, let me press. Okay, my calculator give me 68. So this is 68. But then you see this line, and this line means what? Means they are sama panjang. So if they are sama panjang means this is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means what? It means segitiga yang sama kaki. It means this angle and this angle akan sama. So can I find this angle and this angle? Yeah, we can find it. Because total sum of interior angle, the sum of all angle is 180. So you can take 180 minus 68 and then divide by 2. Because these two angles are the same. So it will get 56, 56. And don't forget, here will be 56, here will be 56 also. Why? I mentioned already just now, this is a tangent point. And if tangent point tarik satu line, sentuh the side, this one also on the circle side, and then form a triangle. This angle and this angle same, this angle and this angle same. Okay, look back to my notes. Okay, so I already mentioned just now. Okay, next information, given that QS equals SU. Okay, this one I know already. They already labeled for me. And then PQR is straight line. This one I also know. Okay, what they want? Find TSU. Where is TSU? See lah, I sudah tak sengaja. TSU is here, right? So I sudah tak sengaja buat the question already. I haven't even finished reading, but I tak sengaja cari dia. So that's the answer. Okay, sudah set. Okay, number 19. For a cumulative data distribution, the median is 63. Median, the other word for median is Q2. Okay, not the other word lah. The symbol of median is Q2. The difference between median and first quartile is 4. Okay, so the difference between Q2 and Q1 is 4. So we can say Q2 minus Q1 is 4 lah. And then the Q2 is 63. Okay, Q2 is 63. And then the interquartile range is 8. Interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So 8. And then they say what? Find the first quartile and the third quartile. So they nak cari Q1 dengan Q3. Okay, first of all, We all know Q2 is 63, right? So how can I get my Q1, Q3? Let's think about this. Okay, I know my Q3 minus Q1 is 8, right? So why not we try taking 66 minus 58? What is 66 minus 58? You get 8. So this one possible. Possible. What about 67 minus 58? Not 8. So this one wrong. What about 67 minus 9? Let's press calculator. 67 minus 59. 8. So this one possible. Okay. And then 68 minus 59. Not 8. You get 9. So this one wrong only. So it's either A or C, right? But okay, because they say Q3 minus Q1 has to be 8. So why not we check with this, right? Okay, they say what? Q2 is 63. And then Q2 minus Q1 is 4. So what I can do? I can try to take 63, which is the Q2, minus the Q1 and see which one I get 4. So what is 63 minus 58 and 63 minus 59? This one confirm wrong already. B and D we know wrong already. So 63 minus 58 and see which one I get 4. 63 minus 58 is 5. 63 minus 59 is 4. So the answer is C. Right? Because they say the difference must be 4 ma, Q2, Q1. Right? So Q2 and Q1 difference must be 4. So C. Okay. So I hope you understand. Okay, number 20. This one is also measures of dispersion. Okay, so in a set of data, the range is 52, the interquartile range is 33. Which of the following box plot represents the given information? Okay, I remember I mentioned this in my paper 2. I think it's Melaka paper 2. Tak silap saya. So because in Melaka paper 2, they got asked us to draw dot plot and apa lagi? Dot plot dengan box plot. Yeah. In Melaka paper 2. Kalau tak silap saya, is Melaka paper 2 lah. And I got mentioned whenever we draw box plot, it will look like this, and we need to have how many information? We need to have 5 information, right? The minimum value, the maximum value, the Q1, the Q2, the Q3. You can ada 5 information ni baru boleh lukis box plot. So they say the range is 52. Range formula is what? Maximum minus minimum. So if the range is 52, A is wrong, B is wrong, C is wrong, D is the answer. Okay, straight away I know the answer. Okay, let me explain a bit. Range formula, range is Julat. Julat means that you take the maximum minus minimum. So for A, if you take the maximum minus minimum, 52 minus 6, you will not get 52. Right? Same with B. 76 minus 2 is not 52. That's why I know it's wrong. 88 minus 3 lagi lah bukan 52. Tapi 57 minus 5 is 52. So therefore the answer is D. Then what about the 33? 33 is the interquartile range. Interquartile range formula is Q3 minus Q1. So it will be Q3 minus Q1. Okay, let's check betul tak dia punya Q3, Q1 tolak dapat 33. Q3 is this line, Q1 is this line. So we can see it's 42 minus 9. What is 42 minus 9? You will get 33. Exactly. So the answer is D. Okay. 21. Diagram 4 shows a circle with center O with diameter 98. Okay. Straight away divide 2 to get, because all the formula we learn use radius, don't use diameter, right? So 49, right? The reason why I changed to radius is because I know all my formulas. Okay, we have 2 formulas, right? One is 2 pi r, one is pi r square, right? So if you want to find the circumference, circumference means the lilitan, lilitan for the whole circle. It means from a whole circle. This one you call it lilitan, right? So if I want to find the lilitan for the whole circle, I will use 2 pi r, right? If I want to find area of the whole circle, I will use pi r square, right? But what if I want to find the arc? Arc is actually just part of the circumference. Circumference is the whole thing, right? But arc is just like maybe sini sampai sini. Then we will use what formula? We will use the 2 pi r formula also, but we have to times with angle over 360. Okay, same with this area formula. If I want to find the whole circle, then I will do pi r square. But what if I want to find area of sector only? Sector means sebahagian daripada circle. It means I don't want to find the area of whole circle. I only, let's say, want to find this. It means sebahagian daripada circle. Then I will use the pi r square times angle over 360. So all the formulas use radius. That's why I find radius. Given the area of minor sector AOB is 2829.75. What is minor sector? What is major sector? Okay, if the sector is less than half, then it's called minor sector. But if it's more than half, we call it major sector. So there's 2 sector here. Oh, by the way, what is sector? Sector is a shape that looks like this. Okay, it consists of 3 lines, 2 radius and 1 arc. This one we call it arc, the lengkong. So they say the minor sector. So we can see 2 sectors here actually. So the first sector is this sector, and then another sector is this one. All right, this one also sector because consists of 2 radius and 1 arc. So it's also a sector. But they mentioned about minor, right? So minor sector area is 2829.75. So it's talking about this, because minor means the sector that is less than half. Okay, so this area is 2829.75. And then they said find the major angle AOB. Okay, they mentioned the word major. So I definitely don't want this angle. I want the major. Major means the more than half. So I want this angle. This is my final answer. But I think first I have to use the which formula do you think I'll use? Of course, the area formula, right? So area is pi r square. Pi do you use 22/7. Radius sudah tahu 49 square. And then darab dengan angle over 360. Tapi angle tak tahu kan? Tak apa. Buat tulis saja angle over 360. You know why the angle tak ada? Because you want to cari. You want to cari. So walaupun you tak ada angle tak apa, because you have the answer 2829.75. So you can pindah to find the angle, right? Okay, this one how you tekan? Okay, I'll show you. This one I will tekan like this. 22 times 49 square bahagi 7 bahagi 360. Let's press 22 times 49 square and then bahagi 7 bahagi 360. And then I get 20.96. 20.96. Okay. And then here is still 2829.75. So it's 2. And then how to find theta? We take 2829.75, divide answer. Use the answer button. So I get 135. This is how I tekan. So the 135 is not your answer. You don't bullet B. B is not the answer. The 135 is here. Because this one is a minor sector punya area. That's why when you find this angle, this is also the minor sector punya angle, 130. So to get the major angle, I have to take 360 minus 130. So let's press 135, not 130. 360 minus 135, sorry. So the answer is 225. Okay, very simple. Okay, 22. In diagram 5 below, KLM and MNO are right angle triangles. Straight away, I know it's Stoccato. This one is Trigo. Because right angle triangle, right? So there's two right angle. One is the big one like this. And then the second one is like this. Okay, they say given cos KLM is 12/13. So I think I can put in this information. KLM cos K. So adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent is 12, hypotenuse is 12. So let's go and find KLM first. KLM, okay, it's here. Okay, so this is your sudut. So if your angle is already inside the right angle triangle, then you can straight away determine your opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. But what if your angle is outside the right angle triangle? This one you have to take the reference angle. How to get reference angle means you take let's say it's a quadrant 2 angle. Then you take 180 minus, you will get this angle and then use this angle to find. Okay. But tapi itu kalau angle is outside the right angle. If it's outside, baru you convert to quadrant 1. Because if it's outside means it's either quadrant 2, quadrant 3, or quadrant 4, right? And how you convert from quadrant 2 to quadrant 1? 180 minus. But if quadrant 3 to quadrant 1, it will be minus 180. Okay, but if quadrant 4 to quadrant 1, it will be 360 minus. Okay, but let's come back here. This one, the angle is inside, so it's easy. So now we can determine our opposite. Okay, but it's very hard to label here because this triangle kacau saya. So what I do is I will just draw it again here. So K, M, L. This one is 26 cm. This one is not 7 cm. 7 cm is just sebahagian saja. So I will not write here. Okay, but I know my angle is here. So this is my opposite. And then depan 90, this is my hypotenuse. And this is my adjacent. And I know my adjacent is 12, right? So let's put it in. Adjacent 12. So letak 12. And then my hypotenuse 13. So let's go to my hypotenuse and write 13. Have to bulatkan, you have to circle it like this. Why I have to circle? Because this is not the actual length. This is just the ratio. The actual length for KL is not 13, it's 26 cm. So you can see the connection here. Ratio nak jadi length kena buat apa? 13 how to become 26? Times 2, right? So if here times 2, I'm sure here also from the ratio I have to convert, I have to times 2 also. What is 12 times 2? 24. It means the panjang here is 24, right? And then can I find here? Yes, by using Pythagoras theorem, right? But let's see what they want. Calculate length of ON. So yeah, I think you need to find the whole thing here first. Okay? Because not enough information. Because if you tak buat macam ni, nanti you tak boleh cari itu. So let's use Pythagoras theorem to find this. Bracket square, plus or minus? Minus, because you are not finding the hypotenuse. And then mestilah ambil besar tolak kecil. So 26 square minus 24 square. Okay? Okay, what you get? Let's press 26 square minus 24 square, square root answer. Okay, the calculator give me 10. The calculator give me 10, but this is the cm, right? So the whole thing here is 10. So if the whole thing here is 10, what's this? 3, right? because the whole thing is 10, this is 7, so this is 3. So this is 3, this is 4. Now I can find my ON. So now you understand why I have to find this first before finding the ON. Because if I don't have the whole thing here, how can I find ON, right? I don't have enough information. Okay, how to find ON? Use Pythagoras theorem lah. Bracket square, bracket square. This time plus or minus. Okay, I put in the number first. 4 square, 3 square. Okay, plus or minus. This time is plus because you are finding the hypotenuse, means you are finding the longer side. When you find the longer side, you will plus. Okay. When you're not finding the longer side, you minus. Okay. So this one you tekan, you get square root 35. This one you get 5. So the answer is B. 23. Given that universal set X is an integer between 1 and 20, straight away convert to set notation. This one we call it set description. How to write set notation? List down all the elements. 1 included, 20 also included because they got put a line here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So these are all the elements inside the universal set. The 1 and 20 included because they put the garis here. If they could put the garis here, means gonna include. If they never put, then don't include the number. Okay, what about X is a prime number? So set R. This one is universal. So what is set R punya elements? Prime number means what? Number yang boleh bahagi sendiri and boleh bahagi satu. Ataupun you boleh cakap prime number is number that have 2 factors. Okay, 2 factors. Satu dengan dia sendiri. So for example, 2. 2 is a prime number, right? Because 2, what times what is 2? 1 times 2, right? So 2 only have 2 factors, 1 and 2. 1 is not factor because 1 is special a bit. Because 1 times 1 is 1. So it means you only have one factors actually. Right? So remember, prime numbers are numbers that have 2 factors. Okay. The 2 factors would be dia sendiri and satu. Okay. That's why 1 is not considered because 1 only have 1 factors. Okay. So the smallest prime number in the world is 2. And then we followed 3. Okay. 4 cannot because can divide 2. And then 5. 6 cannot because can divide 2. 7. And then 8 cannot because even number. 9 can divide 3. 10 cannot because even number. Next one will be 11. And then 12. Cannot because even number. 13, yes. 14, no, because even number. 15 can divide 5. 16, even number, cannot. 17, yes, prime number. 18 cannot because even number. 19, yes, because 19 is prime number. And then 20 is even number, so don't have already. What about 23? 23 also prime number, why I never write here? Remember, if the soalan got universal set, you have to make sure semua nombor yang you tulis ada dalam universal baru boleh tulis. So 23 it's a prime number, but you cannot write because dia tak ada dalam universal. That's why tak boleh tulis dalam sini. Right? So remember that. Okay, what about S? Factor of 20. List down all the factor of 20 lah. So 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3 tak ada, 4 times 5 also 20, and then 5 times 4 and 4 times 5 sudah repeat. So what are the factors of 20? 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. So write down 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. But wait, you also have to make sure all these numbers ada dalam universal baru boleh tulis. And kebetulan memang semua ada. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, right? But let's say the 20 is not in the universal, then you cannot write here already, right? So, tapi yang ni semua ada lah. That's why semua saya ambil. Okay, okay, last one. And then after I list down, they say list all elements of R intersect S complement. What is R intersect S complement? It means you have to do the intersect first. You have to do S intersect. Sorry, S complement first. Then only intersect with R. Okay. So what is S complement? S complements means selain daripada S. Selain daripada S means take everything except S. Okay. What do I mean by everything except S? It means everything in the universal kecuali element dalam S. So everything from 1 to 20 except 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. So the other 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sudah ada, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then except 20. So yeah, inilah S complement. Tapi you kena intersect dengan R. So intersect means what? Intersect means I look at this S complement and I look at R and then I find the intersect. Intersect means yang dua-dua ada. Elemen yang dua-dua ada ataupun persilangan lah, ada persilangan yang dua-dua ada. So 3 intersection. What else? 7, okay, and then 13, 11, 17 also, 19 also. So the answer is 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. 3, 7, the answer is B. Okay, so that's how you do it. 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. Okay, number 24. Diagram 6 shows the simplified modeling process. This is Form 5, Chapter 8. Okay, I want to mention something. This chapter is called Mathematical Modeling ataupun pemodelan matematik. And this chapter sangat jarang tanya dalam exam tau. Tapi kalau dia tanya ini, dia akan tanya ini. Kalau dia tanya lah. Usually lah, from what all the trial state paper I do, sangat jarang dia tanya chapter ni. But when they ask, they will usually ask you these steps. Okay, like which one, step 1, step 2, step 3, right? This is my third state paper. I did Sekolah Agama state paper, I did Kelantan state paper, and this is the third state paper. And guess what? My Agama state paper and my Kelantan state paper, satu soalan pun tak ada bab ini. Ini Form 5 bab 8 satu pun tak ada. Two set already I do paper 1 and paper 2, satu soalan pun tak ada ini. Satu pun tak ada Okay, so this is my first time seeing this question after doing three sets. Okay, so this chapter memang jarang tanya. Okay, jarang tanya. Tapi saya nak awak hafal step ni boleh sebab mungkin dia tanya juga, right? So this is the step for mathematical modeling. Okay, let's read here. So they say real world problem. So the masalah, problem is masalah. Okay, what is this? And they identify and define problems. Okay, the keyword here is masalah. Okay, problem. And then membuat andaian dan mengenal pasti pemboleh ubah. Making assumptions and identifying variable. The keyword here is andaian and pemboleh ubah. Andaian in English is assumption. Pemboleh ubah is variable. Okay, don't worry. Later I'll teach you how to memorize. Okay, next one. Mengaplikasikan matematik untuk menyelesaikan masalah. The third step is the keyword here is mathematic. And then X you tak tahu, Y you tak tahu, right? And then this one is melaporkan or report. Report is the keyword here. Okay, I'll tell you this one. This one is sah murni. Okay, I memorized using keyword. Okay, so this one is sah murni. So sah in English is verify. Murni is refine. Okay, so I will straight away go to the answer and show you. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to memorize later. So verify and refine. Which one? Got verify, got refine. The answer is C. Okay. Okay, now I will show you my notes. Okay, actually it's not notes lah. This one taken from textbook. Okay, this one is directly taken from textbook. So but this one is in Bahasa Melayu version, so I think tak apalah, can also. Okay, so this is step number 1, step number, okay, sorry, silap. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, step number 5, and then step number 6, right? Okay, the keyword for step number 1 is masalah. Okay, masalah. So I will put M. Okay, masalah, masalah. And then number 2 is andaian. The keyword here is andaian and pemboleh ubah. Pemboleh ubah. So masalah in English is the problem. Okay, andaian is the assumption. You make assumption. So you buat andaian, you buat assumption. Betul salah tak apa. You just assume saja, buat assumption. Pemboleh ubah is the variable. Okay, variable. Okay, the third one is mathematic. The keyword here is mathematic. Okay, mathematics. Okay, mengaplikasikan matematik. And then the fourth step is sah, murni, lapor. Okay, everything I memorized using keyword. Okay, so what is sah? Sah means see, sah, menentu sahkan dan mentafsir penyelesaian dalam konteks masalah. But you don't have to hafal everything, right? Just hafal the keyword. So sah. Okay, in English is verify. To get verified, sah. Murni is memurnikan. The English word for it is refine. Refine. And then the last step is to lapor ataupun report in Bahasa Melayu. Bahasa English. Okay, this one is verify. I write in English also lah. Okay, mathematic in English is mathematic, so nothing to write there. Andaian is assumption. Assumption. This one pemboleh ubah is the variable. And then masalah is just the problem. Okay, so can you hafal with me now? What is the first one? Masalah. Okay, M, masalah. The second one is A and P. Andaian pemboleh ubah. The third one is mathematic. Okay, and then sah murni lapor. Okay, sah murni lapor, sah murni lapor, sah murni lapor, sah murni lapor, sah murni lapor. Just how to say? Make sure you remember all the steps. Okay, one more time. First step, masalah ataupun problem. So M stands for masalah. And then 2 is the A and P. A is andaian ataupun assumption. And then pemboleh ubah variable. Just hafal the keyword. And then third step is apply mathematics. Okay, the third one is N. And then sah murni lapor. Macam tu. Sah is verify, murni is just to refine, lapor is report. So There's nothing much to teach here, right? It's just that you kena hafal, right? You kena hafal, tak ada cara lain. So we all know A and B is wrong, D also wrong because D terbalik already. D they go and write refine dulu baru verify, which is wrong. Dia kena verify dulu baru refine. So the answer is C. Okay, so I hope you can memorize it. Okay, next question. 25. Diagram 7 shows a composite solid formed by joining a cylinder and a cone. So there's a cylinder, there's a cone, and they are joined together. Find the total surface area in cm squared of the composite solid. To find the luas permukaan surface area, you have to skip this surface. You cannot find this surface because this surface is covered. So yang sudah ditutup, yang sudah kawasan yang tutup, kawasan yang sudah cover kita tak cari. So we only find the surface area for yang outside punya saja. Yang sudah cover, yang sudah tutup kita tak kira. Okay, first of all, let's talk about cylinder punya surface area. Cylinder, when you open it, it will look like this. Okay, cone, when you open it, it will look like this. Right? So for surface area, cylinder, TSA stands for total surface area. Circle, we all know is pi r square. So it's just pi r square, but have to times 2 because got 2 circle. Okay, but then how to find this rectangle? Rectangle punya formula is base times height. Right? But the base will be 2 pi r, and then the height will be the height of the cylinder, right? Let me explain why I write 2 pi r, because the base here panjang akan sama dengan lilitan sini, because eventually you will fold this rectangle to form a circle, right? Because you will take this, and then you will join together. You will join together, and it will form a circle, and the circle will be this circle, right? That's why the panjang here will be the same as the lilitan here. And then don't forget to darab dengan height. That's why the lilitan formula is 2 pi r. Okay, that's why I take 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the panjang here and h, right? But actually, you don't have to understand what I mentioned. You just have to hafal the formula. And if you hafal the formula, you can do, right? Okay, what about cone? Cone, the TSA is what? The total surface area. There is one circle, so you know area of circle, how you find it? Pi r square. And then what about this weird shape? Okay, this one is pi rs. I'll straight away tell you pi rs. Okay, pi rs means what? Okay, pi is pi lah, and then r is the radius, and then s is the slanted height. Slanted height means it means this height, the sengit punya. The second punya, not the vertical height. If the vertical height, I will use h. But if I write s, means the slanted height. So if let's say this is your cone, this is your slanted height, this one. Right? But the vertical height will be this. This one I will use h to represent. But the sengit punya, I call it slanted height. Okay. Okay, tak apa, we try to do the question. Let's find the total surface area of cylinder plus with the total surface area of cone. Okay, cylinder dia punya diameter 6. So radius is 3 lah. 6 divided to 3. Okay, so what is the surface area now? First, I will take pi r square first because there's a circle here, right? So pi, they say use 3.142. So 3.142 times with radius, which is 3 square, right? So this is circle plus with what? Plus this one, sudah siap, plus with this rectangle. This is actually a rectangle when you open it. And I already said the rectangle area is what? 2 pi rh, right? So plus with 2 pi rh. So 2 times with pi, which is 3.142, times with the radius 3, times with the height. Height of cylinder is here. But it's not 15, it's 15 minus 4. Because here is 4, right? So the height of cylinder is 11. Okay, but if you look at my formula, I write 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. But if you look at here, I only take pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. Why? Why the formula I write 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh, but in my actual working, I only write 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh because I don't have to find this circle. I don't have to find the surface area of this circle. And I already mentioned in the beginning why you don't have to find. Because this area, you can skip one circle because this area is kawasan yang sudah ditutup. It means that this kawasan is covered. It's already covered. So when it's covered, we only find the outside surface. Okay. So sudah siap lah ini. And then don't forget to plus with this surface also. Okay, the cone formula is what? The cone surface area formula is pi r squared plus pi rs. But no need to do pi r squared already because the circle is covered. Just do pi rs. So just do 3.142 times r, which is radius of cone. Okay, radius of cone is actually 3 also because it's same as cylinder. And then the slanted height, the second one is how much? You don't write 4. It's not 4. So look carefully. Let me erase a bit. Okay, so it's not 4 because 4 is from here to here. This is 4. But here to here is how much? Is 3. So how do you get the slanted height? I want the slanted. I don't want the vertical. I want the slanted one. So how to get the slanted? You use Pythagoras theorem because this will be 90 degree. So what you do is you will do here and then you do square root, bracket square, and then here you put 4 square, 3 square. Okay, plus or minus. This time you are finding the paling panjang one or pendek one. You're finding the panjang one, right? You're finding the hypotenuse. That's why it's plus. You press this, you will get 5. So now you know your slanted height is 5. So the S is 5, like that. And then you press all this, you will get your answer here. Boleh faham? It means you will not find the flat surface area of cone, because this is the flat surface, the circle. You only find the curved surface area of the cone. This one we call it the curved surface. This one we call it the flat surface. Faham maksud saya? For cylinder, this circle and this circle we call it flat surface. The rectangle we call it curved surface, because the rectangle eventually it will curve up, become it will be curved after you roll it. Macam tu lah. Okay, let's press inside my calculator all this. Okay, I will tekan sekaligus. Okay, if you scared, you can press all the bracket lah. Okay, plus 2 times 3.142 times 33 plus 3.142 times 3 times 5. Okay, my calculator give me 282.78 for my final answer. So ada jawapan? Ada. So itu jawapan dia. Let's continue. 26, calculate the standard deviation of the following data. This is measures of dispersion, but this is ungrouped data. So ungrouped data, you don't have to find midpoint. But if group data, dia ada bagi kelas, you kena cari midpoint. And by the way, before finding standard deviation, you have to find mean first. Okay. Okay, some of you might ask me, hey, sir, why are you wasting your time? They want to find standard deviation, not to find mean. Okay, the standard deviation formula kena guna mean. That's why. Okay, standard deviation formula is what? Square root sum of x square bahagi dengan n tolak dengan mean square. This is the formula. Actually, there's another formula which is sum of fx square divide sum of f minus mean square. But this bawah punya formula, we only use it when they are the frequency. Okay, dia ada frequency ataupun dia group data. Okay, then only we use this formula. This formula, kalau dia group data, itu x kena guna midpoint. Kalau group data, okay. Tapi ini ungroup data, so we won't use this formula. We just use this. So let's find out the mean first. How to find mean? Just the average lah. 10 plus 11 plus everything. Mean formula is very simple. Mean formula is just take the sum of x bahagi n. So the sum means all the data add together. Plus 12 plus 14 plus 17 plus 18 plus 23. And then bahagi ada berapa orang? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 orang. So kira dapat berapa? 10 plus 11 plus 12 plus 14 plus 17 plus 18 plus 23 divide 7. Okay, 15. So my mean is 15. Now I can find my standard deviation. So standard deviation punya symbol macam ni. Okay, variance symbol is like this. Standard deviation is like this. Yang atas, this one is variance. This one is sisian piawai, standard deviation. And don't forget, the variance formula and standard deviation, they look the same. They are the same actually. It's just that the standard deviation formula are the square root. Okay. So if variance formula is also like this. It's just without the square root. Faham? Macam tu. And sometimes students confuse the two symbol. They mix up the variance symbol and the standard deviation symbol. So remember, standard deviation symbol tak ada square punya. Tak ada square tapi ada square root. Tapi formula dia ada square root. Okay, so what I do is draw a line and then tolak bracket square. And then the bracket here is to masuk the mean. Mean sudah tahu 15. And then here what you do? Just take the sum of x square. But it's not you tambah dulu baru square. You kena square dulu baru tambah. Square dulu baru tambah. So it means you have to take 10 square plus 11 square plus 12 square plus 14 square plus 17 square plus 18 square plus 23 square. It means you just salient from your mean. Okay, just salient from your mean and then over 7. But when you salient from your mean, you can square every numbers lah. Okay, and I want to mention, if it's group data, there will be frequency times with x square and the x will be the midpoint. And don't forget, the square only put at the midpoint. Don't put at the frequency. Only put at the x. X means the midpoint. Okay, now what you do? Square root and then press all these. Okay, let's press 10 square plus 11 square plus 12 square plus 14 square plus 17 square plus 18 square plus 23 square. Okay, if you got press with me, you'll get 1703. So this will be 1703 over 7 minus 2. Okay, now I will straight away tekan the whole thing already. So 1703 divide 15 minus 15 square. And then square root answer. Okay, 4.276. So the answer come out already. 4.276. Wait, is the answer A or B? Because A and B very close. So let's look carefully. Okay, 276, the next digit is 1. So I don't think I have to round off. So I think it's 276, not 277. So that's the answer. Okay, number 27. Salina owns a residential house in Bukit Baru. Should receive property assessment tax. Okay, I want to tell you what I noticed. From doing so many trial paper, they really like to ask this one, assessment tax. Okay, the cukai pintu. Okay, so they ask a lot already. So you really need to make sure you tahu macam mana nak kira lah cukai pintu. Okay, Salina owns a residential house. Should receive property assessment tax, which is cukai pintu. The rate is 9.5%. Okay, let's talk about the PAT tax, the property assessment tax. Okay, the formula is take the annual value times with the percentage, the rate. Okay, and annual value is actually you take the monthly rent times 12. Okay, that's how you get annual value at monthly rent times 12. Okay, so make sure you know this. But this one is the property assessment tax for a year. This is how you calculate for a year. All right, so the formula is annual value times percentage. But if they never give you annual value, they give you monthly rent, then you will times 12 lah to get the annual value. Okay, let's see what this one's. Okay, the percentage already give you 9.5%. It is given that the annual value is 5,000, so it's already annual value, so I don't have to times 12, so this is 5,000. And then calculate the property assessment tax payable for each half year. Okay, let's take 5,000, which is the annual value, times with the percentage 9.5, but you don't times 9.5, salah. It's times 9.5 divide 100 like that. Ataupun you boleh cakap darab dengan 0.095. Okay, sama saja. 9.5 divide 100 is 0.095. Okay, let's tekan, see what you get. 5,000 darab 9.5 divide. Okay, my calculator gave me 475. Okay, but the answer is not D. The answer is not D. Because they want for half year. So I already said this one property assessment, this formula is to calculate for 1 year. If they want half a year, you have to divide 2. So what is 475 divided 2? So let's press. 237.5. So the answer is B. Okay, but I want to say out of all the trial paper I do, I remember got one state, I remember which state or which paper, but I remember one question they asked like that. They give me the monthly rent. They give me the monthly rent and then they give me the rate. That one, how you want to do? You take the monthly rent times 12 dulu lah, baru times the percentage. Macam tu. And always read what they want, whether it's 1 year or half year. Macam tu. Okay. Alright, sambung 28. Hazim's monthly salary is 8,545 including allowance. And then in year 2022, he has received a bonus. Bonus means income. So this one have to plus lah. He received a bonus income of 1 month salary. Okay. So this is the monthly salary. Okay. But then in year 2022, he received bonus lah, month salary and allowance amounting to 15,000, which are exempt from tax. So we already know this is a tax exemption. Tax exemption, right? Pengecualian cukai. And then he also say he also donated to organization approved by government amounting to 1,000. Every time you do income tax, mesti dia suka bagi donation. So every time donation, tax exemption. Okay, it means you have to minus lah. And then pays monthly zakat of 100. Okay, this is called rebate. Zakat is a type of rebate. Okay, and then it is given that the total tax relief, they already said tax relief. Calculate Hazim's chargeable income. Chargeable income means pendapatan bercukai. So how you calculate it? The formula to calculate chargeable income is you take the total annual income, okay, jumlah gaji, and then tolak dengan semua tax accession and tax relief. Itulah cara dia, right? So now first what you do is you take your 8,545. This one is your monthly salary, so you have to times 12. Actually times 13. Okay. Okay, let me explain. Usually when you kira tax, you kira for 1 year one. Ada orang kira monthly one. Tax always is for 1 year. So the 8,545 is monthly, right? So 1 year got 12 months, that's why you times 12. But why I times 13? Because he received a bonus of 1 month salary. So bonus means what? It means your income tambah lah. That's why it means and the bonus is how much? 1 month salary. It means you will take 8,545 times 12 and then plus with 8,545. It means 8,545 times 13 lah. So that's why And then after you do this, you have to minus with all the tax accession and tax relief. You will 15,000 and then minus with what? Minus with apa lagi tadi? Donate 1,000. That one also tax accession, so minus also. And then minus zakat. Zakat don't minus. You minus this wrong already. And then minus 20500, which is the tax relief. Why cannot minus 100? Because zakat tak ada orang tolak sekarang. Zakat is you tolak after you refer the jadual, after you find your cukai dasar, cukai baki, then only you tolak the rebate. If you want to find chargeable income, we don't tolak the rebate first. Rebate we tolak at the end. If you want to find chargeable income, this is the first step. So we don't tolak the rebate. So let's press this and hopefully we get the answer lah. 8545 times 13 minus 15000 minus 1000 minus 2050. Ayo, I silap tekan already. 8545 times 13 minus 15000 minus 1000 minus 2050. Okay, my calculator give me 74585. So this is the answer. Okay, let's continue. Number 29. Object M35 is mapped onto M prime under translation. Means this is object, this is image. So I start from M, and then I end up here, M prime negative 28. Okay, and they say under a translation, right? And I'm sure if I want to describe the translation, I can do it. But let's see what they want. Determine the position of image for N. If they want to find image of N, means N is the object. Okay, N is the object. And then they say under the same translation. Okay, first we need to determine from M to M prime, the translation is how many pergerakan kiri kanan and how many pergerakan atas bawah. So nombor atas is for you to write kiri kanan pergerakan, nombor bawah is atas bawah. Okay, actually there's another way to do it. If you don't want to kira the kotak, you can do it like this. Take this one. This is the image, right? This is the object, right? So it means this is the starting object. This one image is the ending. What you do is you can take image tolak object. So what you do is take negative 2 minus 3, negative 5 tulis atas, and then 8 minus 5, 3. Tapi kalau you nak guna cara ni, remember kena ambil image tolak object, right? It means from 3, 5 nak jadi negative 2, 8, you kena pergi kiri 5 kotak, and then naik 3 kotak. Because negative 5 is for kiri kanan, but why kiri? Because negative, right? And if you take 3 minus 5, you really get negative 2. And then atas bawah berapa? Okay, the y coordinate is 5, kena naik 3 lah. Become 8, right? So now you already know the translation is negative 5, 3. Now you can find the image for N. So imagine your object now is negative 1, 2, and you want to do translation negative 5, 3. It means you have to take this point, gerak ke kiri 5 kotak, and then naik 3 kotak. Ataupun you can do it fast, straight away take negative 1 plus nombor atas, tulis sini. So what is negative 1 plus negative 5? Negative 1 minus 5, so negative 6. And then 2 plus 3, 5. So the answer is C. Right? That's all. Number 30, point P prime is the image of point P under 180-degree rotation about the origin. Origin means 0, 0. The center is 0, 0. If the coordinates of point P prime is negative 3, 2, what is the coordinate of point P? Okay, let's see. P prime is the image of P under 180-degree about if the coordinates of P prime is negative 3, 2. Okay. So now the center is at the origin. So usually when I teach you rotation, I said, kalau ada bagi rotation center, straight away draw a cross. So let's draw a cross. All right. And this and we also know the center is at 0, 0. Okay. So now what you can do? You can label this point. P prime negative 3, 2. Where is negative 3, 2? Negative 3 have to be to the left. 2 have to naik. So this is your P prime. Okay. It means this is your negative 3. This is your 2. Okay. Negative 3, 2. Okay, but then they want to find coordinate of P. Okay, you need to know something. P prime is the image. Okay, image of rotation 180-degree. And then they say find the it means dia bagi image tapi nak cari coordinate. But I know the coordinate object will be here because rotate 180-degree. Okay, if rotate 180-degree, it doesn't matter clockwise or anti-clockwise, it will be the same, right? So this one is after rotate 180-degree. So before rotate 180-degree will be here, right? But how you want to know which coordinate? So you have to kira kiri kanan. Okay, so from center to this got how many kotak? How many kotak horizontal? How many kotak vertical? So from here to here, horizontal how many kotak? 1, 2, 3 because negative 3, and then vertical 2. It means to horizontal 3 kotak, vertical 2 kotak. So before rotate also same. To the horizontal 3 and then ke bawah 2. Okay, some of you might ask, sir, how you know it's ke kanan ke bawah? Why not ke kanan ke atas or ke kiri ke bawah? I already know the object is here ma. So of course I move towards the answer, right? Because that's why you cannot kira kotak first. You need to know where the answer will jatuh first. Okay, like is it at the top left or top right or bottom left, bottom right? So I already know it's bottom right. So I just ikut saja ke horizontal 3, vertical 2. So sebelum saya rotate pun dia akan jadi horizontal 3, vertical 2. And what will be this coordinate? It will be 3 because when you baca x coordinate, it will be positive 3. And then the y coordinate will be negative 2 because you turun 2 just now. So it will be 3, negative 2 and the answer is B. Okay, but there's something that you need to be careful here, because if it's rotate 90 degree, you have to terbalikkan the kotak. For example, from here to P prime, you say horizontal 3, vertical 2, right? But let's say I rotate 90 degree, then it will be horizontal 2, vertical 3 already. If rotate 90 degree. Okay, I repeat one more time. This one from center to kira here is horizontal 3, vertical 2. If rotate 90 degree, you kena terbalik jadi horizontal 2, vertical 3. Tapi kalau rotate 180 tak payah, dia maintain. Horizontal 3, vertical 2, dia akan jadi horizontal 3, vertical 2 also. Alright, but before you kira the kotak, please make sure you know where the image jatuh first. Okay, because they give me center already, so you kena tahu mana dia jatuh, baru you kira the kotak. Okay, so that's how I would do it. Okay, number 31, this is straight line. Okay, straight line. So how to do? Okay, straight line. Okay, let's not look at the question first. Let's mention some. Let's mention all the notes for straight line. So straight line ada dua jenis. Jenis pertama kita panggil dia non-gradient line. What is non-gradient line? When the line does not have gradient, means tak ada kecurangan. So the line will either look like this, or the line will either look like this. So these two types of lines we call it non-gradient line. For lines like this, dia punya equation akan jadi macam mana? Dia akan jadi y equals number ataupun x equals number. Macam mana nak tahu dia x equals or y equals? Kalau dia potong y axis, y equals lah. Kalau dia potong x axis, x equals. Okay. Tapi ada juga line yang satu, kita panggil dia gradient line. Gradient line means line tu ada sengit macam ni ataupun sengit macam ni. So, kalau line dia sengit macam ni, means dia ada gradient. And dia punya equation akan jadi y equals mx plus c. What is m, what is c? Y and x tak ada orang cari. We just cari m and c. M is the gradient. So, kalau gradient dia positive, it will look like this. Kalau gradient dia negative, it will go down. And then c is what? The pintasan y. So, this one lah, the pintasan y. And this one. Okay, not this one. This one is the pintasan x. Alright. And then how to find gradient? Ada dua cara. Kena ada dua coordinate. Okay, and then you will use the formula y minus y over x minus x. Okay, tapi kena ada dua coordinate baru boleh guna. Second is how to find C. C is the y-intercept. Ada dua cara. Cara pertama guna mata tengok. Cara kedua sub point, tapi kena ada passes through. Alright, it means untuk cari C y-intercept ada dua cara. Kita boleh guna mata tengok. But if I use mata tengok tak dapat, then I use sub point. Okay, but you cannot sub any point. You have to sub ganti point yang ada passes through baru boleh. And then what else? X-intercept. This one they like to ask x-intercept. Okay, x-intercept. So x-intercept means what? You will ganti y equals 0. Okay. Sebenarnya ada lagi satu, tapi satu lagi tu saya tak nak cakap lah. Satu lagi, that one is intersection. Okay, but yang tu saya tak nak mention because yang tu jarang tanya dalam maths, right? So these are all this lah. Actually, this one I also got mentioned in my last paper 1 video. Okay, every time I nampak straight line question, I explain this whole thing. Okay, let's read the question. Diagram A shows parallelogram. So atas bawah parallel, kiri kanan parallel. A, B, C, D on the Cartesian plan. And then AB is parallel to x-axis. AB is parallel to x-axis. And then the equation of AD is this one. Okay, let's think about this. AB parallel to x-axis. Can you tell me AB is a gradient line or non-gradient line? Non-gradient line. Good. Why is it non-gradient? Because if it's parallel to x-axis means it's completely horizontal. And when it's completely horizontal means dia tak ada gradient. So the equation will look like this. Y equals number. And I will tell you now is y equals 9. How I know? Because this B is negative 5, 9. So definitely this is 9. It means this line equation will, it potong y-axis mah. So dia potong y-axis dengan 9, so y equals 9 lah. Macam tu. But this one CD, I don't know. But I do know that the CD line also is a non-gradient line, because CD line also parallel with x-axis and parallel with AB, right? They put the arrow means parallel already. And then now we can label our next information. AD punya equation x over 7 minus y over 14 equals 1, right? And this equation, we can actually find the gradient also from this equation. After we find the gradient, and then the gradient will be same for here and here also, right? But let's see what they want. Find the equation of straight line BC. It means I want the BC equation. Okay, you tell me lah. BC is a gradient line or non-gradient line? It's a gradient line. So if it's a gradient line, how do we find the equation? It will be y equals mx plus c. How to find m and c? There, I show you this. Step 1, find the gradient. Gradient means m lah. You have to take 2 coordinates. And then step 2, if you want to find the c, you have to guna mata tengok. Kalau tak boleh, kena sub point. Right? Okay, if you look at BC, you don't have the gradient. Okay, and you don't have 2 coordinates to find the gradient, and also you don't have the y-intercept. The y-intercept will be somewhere here, right? So it's like tak cukup information to find BC, right? But it's fine because they got put arrow, arrow. So this arrow, arrow means what? It means BC and AD are parallel. So if they're parallel means what? It means they will have the same gradient. So boleh tak saya buat dari sini and then cari gradient sini dulu. Lepas tu pinjam gradient baru cari equation BC. So how to find gradient from here? Very simple. You just change this to gradient form ataupun linear form. Means you change this so that it becomes y equals mx plus c, and then you can take out the m. But how to change this to y equals mx plus c? We make the y single. How to make the y single? Negative y over 14. The x over 7 I'll pindah become negative x over 7 plus 1. And then the negative actually you can, okay, if I say negative y over 14, you can write the negative atas like this. You can also write bawah like this. These are all the same. These are all the same thing, alright? So boleh tak yang ni kalau saya tak nak negatif saya letak bawah, and then the whole negative 14 I pindah jadi darab, I pindah jadi darab. So now it becomes what? Negative 14 times negative x, it becomes positive 14 over 7x, and then 1 times negative 14 is just negative 14, and you will get y equals 2x minus 14. Understand? Let me check whether I do it correctly or not. Negative 14, negative, negative, positive 14. Betul lah. So the equation for AD in linear form ataupun in gradient form is this, right? It means the gradient of this line is 2 and the y-intercept is negative 14, but we don't label that because the y-intercept is down here. Okay, so they didn't draw it, so I don't think I have to draw it. So if the gradient of AD is 2, what is gradient of BC? 2 also, because they are parallel. Now I can find the BC equation. So I write here BC equation formula will be y equals mx plus c. The m I know already is 2x plus c. C I already said got 2 cara. First cara is use your mata tengok. Second cara is to sub point yang ada passes through. So first cara cannot use because if you use your mata tengok, dia punya pindasan y tak bagi, tak dapat. Okay, because the y-intercept is somewhere up here, right? They didn't even draw until there. So I think I have to use the second method, which is since the other, so I just write C and then I passes through. PT stands for passes through, and then I ganti point yang ada passes through lah. So which point yang saya boleh sub? Negative 5, 9. You tak boleh cincai sub any point you want. You kena sub point yang ada passes through baru boleh sub. So what you sub? You ganti x negative 5, y ganti 9. So dengan jadi 9 sama dengan 2x, x negative 5 plus c. How you get your c? 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Move there, become minus 10. 9 minus 10 is negative 1. So your answer is y equals 2x plus c, 2x minus 1. So the, what? 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, sorry. This one is 9. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 plus c. So your c is actually 9 minus 10. Hantar jadi plus 10. So 9 plus 10 is 19. So your final answer is y equals 2x plus c. So plus 19. So plus 19. Okay. So yeah, ada jawapan. Right? So the answer is A. Okay, sorry, I made a small mistake here. Okay. All right, number 32. Which number of degrees indicates that the graph that cannot be drawn? This is under network in graph theory. So they ask which number of degrees indicates that the graph cannot be drawn. Okay. Do you still remember in class I teach you someone when I teach this chapter, I mentioned this name, Leonhard Euler. Do you remember this guy, Leonhard Euler? And what Leonhard Euler, what is his contribution? What's his contribution? Siapa ingat Leonhard Euler apa dia cakap? The sum of degrees must always be even number. Okay, even number. Because if it's not even number, then the graph cannot be drawn. If the sum of degree is not even number. Okay, and also that is why the sum of degree of vertex ada satu formula is you take the dua darab the number of edges. Right? It means the number you end up here will always be even. Okay, because when you take any number, doesn't matter. You take odd number or even number, when you times 2, you end up with even. You can try 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1 times 2 even. 1 times 2 is 2 even number. 2 times 2 4 even number. 3 times 2 6 even number. 4 times any number times 2 is even. That's why the sum of degree of vertex is forever even number. Macam tu. Okay, so just find the sum lah and see which one is even number. Then that one is the answer. What is 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1? So 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one 3, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17. And then 4, 8, 9, 11, 16, 20. So which number of degrees integrates the graph? Oh, the one cannot be drawn. Oh, sorry, cannot be drawn. C lah. Because I already told you sum of degree of vertices must always be even number. 17 is not even, that's why this one cannot be drawn. Okay, siap. 33, diagram 9 shows an isosceles. So isosceles means ada dua panjang yang sama. So this one sama. And then they say calculate perimeter of triangle. Okay, let's see how to do it. Okay, perimeter means kita ambil panjang yang outside tambah semula. Okay, panjang sini boleh kira 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So panjang sini 8. But we have to plus with here, plus with here. Okay, a lot of students will do it like this. They will kira macam ni, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they put 4 like that, and then they take 8 plus 4 plus 4. Wrong lah, cannot do like that. This is not 4 kotak. Imagine. If this is satu kotak, satu unit. Let me ask you, from here to here, is 1 unit. No lah, this one is not 1 unit. You can see already, this line is obviously longer than this line. How can this be 1 unit? So you cannot tell me 1 unit, 2 unit, cannot, wrong. Okay, then how to calculate? Use Pythagoras theorem. Because this is 90 degree, this is 1, right? So to calculate this, you have to take square root 1 square plus 1 square, which is square root 2. Okay, that's the correct way. Okay, tak apa, I will show you using, okay, I will demonstrate using this question. So let's erase this. So how do you calculate this panjang? How do you calculate this panjang? So first you will calculate from here to here how many kotak, and then here to here how many kotak, and then 90 degree use Pythagoras theorem. So sini ada berapa kotak? 1, 2, 3, 4. So sini 4. Sini 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 also. So to get this, it will be square root, bracket square, Pythagoras theorem. And it will be 4 square, plus or minus? Plus lah, of course, because you are finding the longest one. So it will be square root 4 square 16, 16 plus 16, 32. It means this is square root 32. This is also square root 32. Okay, if you press square root 32, you will get answer yang tak berapa cantik, right? Because answer dia macam ada banyak decimal place. So that's why I just tulis square root 32. Now you take square root 32 plus square root 32 plus 8. Then you get the answer. Square root 32, let's press plus square root 32. And then plus 8. Make sure you tekan carefully. Okay, and then convert to decimal, please. 19.31. So the answer is C. Okay. So because all the answer is in decimal, that's why you convert to decimal, right? Okay, let's go 34. Given M is 0.2633, N is 0.3, calculate value of M times N. So second ambil ini darab ni lah. But then they say round off the answer to 3 significant figure. Okay, this one easy lah. Just take 0.2633 times 0.3. Okay, straight away press lah. 0.2633 times 0.3. 0.07899. Okay, but they want to round off to 3 significant figures, like, so obviously you cannot bullet D. If you bullet D wrong already, they want 3 significant figures. Okay, do you remember how to count significant figures? I teach before in my video also. Significant figures, if the 0 in front, we will never count it. 0 in front, we will not count it as significant figures. But 0 at the back, we count it when there is a decimal point. So if example, I give you 0.0012350. So how many significant figure this one have? I mentioned already, the 0 in front, never count it. Doesn't matter other decimal ke tak decimal, we will never count it. But 0 at the back, kita kira tak? Okay, kita kira kalau ada decimal. Kalau tak ada decimal, tak kira. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this 0 kira. Kenapa kira? Sebab ada decimal. So ada 5 significant figure. Okay, try one more time. 0.01000. Ada berapa significant figure? Okay, 0 in front never count. So 1. Okay, this 0 want to count. Nak kira tak? Kena kira. Sebab apa? Sebab ada decimal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So ada 4 significant figure. Let's try one more time. 20. Okay, ada berapa significant figure? Most of you will jawab 2, but it's wrong. It's just 1 significant figure. Why this 0 we don't count it? Because tak ada point. Tak ada decimal. Kalau tak ada titik, kita tak kira 0 belakang. 0 belakang, we only count it when there is a titik in the whole number. When there's a decimal point. Doesn't matter where is the titik. As long as dia ada titik, then kira. Okay, last one, 2.00. Okay, how many significant figure? 3. Why we have to count these zeros? Because I got decimal mah. Okay, last one, 200. How many significant figure? 1 also, 1 only, because it's just 1. This 0 we don't count it because tak ada decimal. Macam tu. Okay, let's round off this to 3 significant figures. So the 0 in front don't count. We count from here. 1, 2, 3, and then draw a line. After we draw a line here, we check the number after more than 5. If 5 ataupun more than 5, then we have plus 1. Okay, 9 is clearly have to plus 1, so I plus 1 here. So it becomes 0.0789. It become what? 90. So the answer is C, right? What if I write 0.079? Wrong. Even though this one and this one is the like same value, but it's wrong. Because if you write like this, you are round off to two significant figure. Okay, the zero at the back, why is it important to write? Why is it important to write the zero at the back, even though it means the same thing? Because the zero at the back, we count as significant figure when there are other decimal. So make sure you know that. So this one, the answer is C. Okay. Okay, number 35. Diagram 10 shows the DTG of a movement of lorry. Okay. Okay, distance time graph. So we can use the gradient to find speed. Remember that in DTG, you can use the gradient to find speed. And that's all. Okay. Okay, so this one is distance in kilometer, but then this one they give you time in 24-hour system. Okay, I think first thing first is let's look at the garisan. This garisan apa jadi? What happens here? Time serang jalan, distance serang berubah. So this one move forward. Yang ni pula, yang ni stop ataupun stationary ataupun sometimes dia panggil rest. Means dia berhenti. And then here is also moving, but moving backwards. Okay. Okay, now they say what? State the duration of time in hour the lorry stopped. Okay, dekat mana dia stop? Dekat sini lah. Okay. But if this one is speed time graph, then the line have different story already. Because if it's speed time graph, and the line like this, then it means accelerate, constant speed, decelerate. Because speed time and distance time, dia punya story lain. So kalau distance, inilah. Okay, state the duration of time in hour the lorry stop. So stop dekat sini, right? But you don't tell me your answer is 350. Wrong. I want the time. So I have to baca time dekat sini. Okay, so time dekat sini. But they want in hours, right? So I have to calculate from 12:45 to 14 means 2 o'clock. So 12:45. This one is AM or PM? PM. Okay. And then 14. This one is minus 12 is 2 PM. Okay, 2 PM. And then we have to calculate like how many hours, because every answer is in hours, right? Okay, 12:45 until 2 PM, how many hours have passed? Let's see. I can imagine 12:45 after 1 hour is what? 1:45 PM, right? So this one 1 hour have passed. And then 1:45 nak jadi 2 o'clock, kena ada 15 minutes, betul? But you jangan bulat A, come on, you bulat A salah. Okay, this one is 1 hour plus with 15 minutes. Okay, it's not the same as 1.15 hours. Okay, the answer is not A. So how to do it? How to convert to hours? This one is already in hours, no need to convert. But the 15 minute have to divide 60. Because I want everything in hours. So it will be 1 hour plus 15 divided 60. Just press quickly. 0.25. So 15 minute is actually 0.25 hours. And then what is 1 plus 0.25? 1.25 hours. So the answer is B. All right. Okay, I want to explain using another way. Since it's 24-hour system, you can also do it like this. 1400 minus 1245. It means you ambil ini tolak ni lah. Tapi kalau you nak buat macam ni, you kena buat macam mana? 00 minus 45, you tak boleh, you pinjam dari 14, dapat 13 kan. Tapi bila you buat macam ni, you pinjam 60. Because one jam is 60 unit. And then 60 minus 45 is just 15. And then 13 minus 12 is 1. But you jangan bulat A. Because this one, apa maksud dia? 1 jam 15 minit. Bukan 1.15 jam. So 1 jam 15 minit, actually you have to convert like this. Okay, means the 1 jam you maintain sebab dia sudah dalam jam, sudah hours, tapi minit kena bagi 60. This is the correct way. Alright, let's go. 36. The total income. Okay, maybe this one is cakap pasal duit lah. The total income of Encik Jack and his wife is 12600, but a month. They have 3 children, and they have to save their children's education fund for 250,000 within 15 years. So 15 years to save this amount. What is the minimum amount to save each month? Okay, if my goal is to save 250,000 in 15 years, then how I want to find for each month? Okay, 15 years got how many months? 15 years times 12, right? Because 1 year has 12 months. So what is 15 times 12? 180. It means in a span of 180 months, I have to save this much, 250,000. So if I want to know each month, I just take 250,000 divide 180. Okay, so let's press. Okay, my calculator give me 1388.89. 1388.89. But you cannot tell me, oh, sir, choose the closest answer and then bullet C. No, wrong. You cannot bullet C because they say what is the minimum. Minimum means what? Paling kurang you kena save berapa. If you save 1380, you will not, how to say, by the time you reach 15 years, you will not have this amount. It means you have to save more than this. So the answer is actually D. You faham maksud saya? It means the minimum amount you have to save is, because the symbol for minimum is bigger sama dengan. It means your answer must be you have to save at least ataupun minimum sekurang-kurangnya nilai ni. So you tak boleh save 1380 because 1380 is kurang daripada ni. Tapi ini tak boleh kurang daripada ni. Ini minimum yang you kena save. So that's why you kena save more than ataupun sama dengan ni. So definitely A, B, C all cannot. The answer is D. Faham maksud saya? C cannot even though C is the closer answer, the answer yang paling dekat, tapi tak sebab dia kata minimum. So you have to save at least 1,400. Okay, if you save 1380, you will not get 250,000 in 15 years. Itu maksud dia. Okay, 37. Diagram shows speed time graph. Okay, speed time graph automatic. You can use the gradient to find what? Do you remember the table? But I will not draw the table for DTG. I will only draw for STG because this question is STG, right? So STG, this one is the keyword. Okay, the gradient, what you use to find gradient, the acceleration or the deceleration. And then the other word for it is Rokos. And then next thing is the average speed, total distance over total time. But how you get your total distance? Use total area, right? So to find the distance, you need to find area under graph. And then it means to find average speed, you have to find total area first lah. And then baru bahagi total time. Okay, let's read the question. Diagram 11 shows speed and graph of particle within 18 seconds. So this one 18 seconds, this one speed, this one time. Okay, the unit S minus 1, this one is S. So they should have matched. Okay, what happened here? What happened this line? This one is not moving backwards. Okay, just now I remember got one question. I forget which question. Okay, let's go it back. The one is DTG one. This one, number 35. This one is DTG. That's why the story is different. Okay, move forward, stop, move backward. But in STG, the story is not the same. So this one is not move backward. This one is decelerate. And then this one is accelerate. And then this one is uniform speed ataupun constant speed. Kelajuan seragam. It means dia tak ada stop, dia just move dengan speed yang sama. Okay, let's see. Calculate the value of V. Mana V? Okay, ini V. If the total distance, okay, use area. Distance in STG use area. So if the total distance traveled by the during uniform speed is 72 meters, so the area is 72 meter. But to be more specific, is the area under graph. Bawah garisan under graph. But this one is you have to jaga because sometimes they don't want for the whole journey. Like for example, this one they say total. They put the word total, so you might think it's for the whole journey, but it's not, because it's the total distance traveled by particle during uniform speed saja. So yang uniform sini saja. It means this 72 is just area under this garisan. It means this rectangle only. We don't have to calculate the trapezium here, right? So we only take the area of rectangle equals to 72. That's why when we read the question, we read carefully. They really like to ask like that. Like I pernah tengok so many times. They always say distance, okay, and then you use area to find, right? But then they don't want the whole journey. They want sebahagian saja. So please be very careful. You have to read carefully. Okay, so macam mana? The area of rectangle is base darab height. So base dia berapa? 18 minus 10 is 8. Darab dengan height dia tinggi V. So how to find V? 72 bahagi 8 dapat 9. And then the 9 would be MS minus 1. So the answer is D. Okay, 38. This is trigo. Given tangent X is this, and X is between 0 and 360. It means there's two answers. If they mention like this, 0 to 360 means there's two answers. Okay, and then find two possible values of X. Okay, how to do? Okay, why I cakap ada dua jawapan? Okay, let me show you. How to find X? Tangent hantar sana, jadi tangent inverse. Tapi negatif tu macam mana? Jangan tekan. You tekan, saya hantar you. Okay, jangan tekan. The negative tak boleh tekan. I say so many times in class already. The negative only indicates quadrant. You cannot press the negative. You have to ambil nilai dia. Okay, so shift tangent 1.732. Okay, the calculator give me 59.999, 60 lah. You round off becomes 60 lah. Okay, so this is 60 degree. And this is not the answer. Please don't write X here. What do we call this? Siapa ingat? RA. So these baris don't write X, write RA. Next baris baru tulis X. Okay. So what is RA? RA means reference angle. Ataupun you boleh cakap angle in quadrant 1. But then you have to consider the tangent negative, add sugar to coffee, and then see tangent negative which quadrant, and then baru convert. So tangent negative, tangent negative, tangent negative. Okay, kalau tangent positive, 1 and 3. Kalau tangent negative, 2 and 4. It means your X answer has to be in quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. It means this 60 degree is not the answer. This is on the calculator will only give you answer in quadrant 1. So how you convert to quadrant 2? 180 minus. How you convert to quadrant 4? 360 minus. So what is 180 minus 120? What is 360 minus 300? So the answer is C. Okay. So remember clearly. And if you are confident, you can, how to say, if you're not sure what you can do, you can try to press tangent 120 because x is 120, right? Tangent 120 and tangent 300, and you will really get negative 1.732. Okay. Macam tu lah. But if you tekan tangent 60, you will not get negative 1.732 because 60 is not one of the answer. Okay. So if you can try lah if you want. If you tekan tangent 60, you will not get negative 1.732. Okay. Only tangent 120 and tangent 300 will give you negative 1.732. Okay, number 39. Let's go. Table 1 shows the annual premium rate. Okay, this one insurance rate per 1,000 face value of the renewable life insurance offered by Syarikat Bitara. Okay, life insurance. This one is life insurance. Actually, this is my first life insurance question. In all the trials that I do, this one is the first life insurance. Because usually they like to ask motor insurance. Like motor insurance, I see a lot. And then fire insurance also quite often. Medical also a bit. Life insurance, my first time. This one really the first question I jump in all the trial state paper I do lah. Okay, they give you a table. This table will tell you the rate, and then they say based on the face value, nilai muka ini calculate the annual premium blah, 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 of 28-year-old does not smoke. Okay, let's talk about how to calculate premium for life insurance. So annual premium formula dia apa? Formula dia akan jadi face value nilai muka. Okay, bahagi dengan 1,000 darab dengan rate. Okay, and the rate is depending on the table lah. Okay, so what is the face value? 140,000, and then divide with 1,000 times with because this one is rate per 1,000 that's why divide 1,000 and then times with the rate. Okay, they which one I have to refer in the table? Okay, they say this one is 28 years old, man does not smoke. So 28 years old, man not smoke. 2.13 lah. So this one 2.13, and then press this, you get the answer. Okay, cut. So 140 times 2.13. Okay, my calculator give me 298.2, so that's the answer. Okay, last question. Let's go. Okay, what is this? Puan Shohada has undergone eye surgery with medical cost of 10,000. The medical insurance. Medical insurance. Baru saja saya cakap tadi kan. The last question is life insurance, and I say what? Yang saya jumpa banyak dalam semua trial saya buat is motor insurance. Motor insurance paling banyak. Motor insurance, the comprehensive policy itu semua lah. And then fire insurance also quite a few. And then medical also have. But life insurance memang the first time lah I jumpa. And then now the next question dia tanya medical already. Okay, medical insurance. Don't look at the question. Just look at this. I'll write the nota here. So medical insurance. Okay, I will write for you all the formulas you need to know. So medical insurance, you need to know how to calculate cost borne by the, okay, how do you write it? Company. Company. So company. And then you also need to learn how to calculate cost borne by the victim. Okay, the victim. No, let's not call it victim. Let's call it policy holder. Policy holder. Okay. So this is I'm writing the, how to say, the nota for you, policy holder. Okay, remember in medical insurance, you should always start to take the loss. Okay, the loss minus the deductible. Okay, always. Okay, the first step is to take the loss minus the deductible. Even same here. This one also, the step number 1 is take the loss minus the deductible. Okay, what is loss? Loss means the medical bill the bill. So loss, I write here the bill. Okay, the bill. Or you can say the, how to say, after you go to the hospital, and then they charge you how much, that's the loss lah, the bill. Okay, second step, kalau you nak cari company, you will take the after you take the loss minus deductible, you will take the value times with the big percentage. I'll just write here big percentage. Okay, but for policyholder, you will times with the small percent. Darab dengan small percent. Okay, the small percent. Okay, because company usually dia tanggung the besar percentage. Policy is times small. And then siap lah. For company sudah siap. Tapi kalau policyholder, dia ada tambah satu step. Policyholder, after you darab dengan small percent, you still have to do one more step, which is tambah deductible. Tambah deductible. Okay. So, these are all the formulas you need to hafal. So, it's easier to hafal actually. It's easier to hafal the steps, okay? Because once you hafal, you just ikut saja dia punya step, right? Okay, let's go through one more time. For medical insurance, you want to calculate the cost yang company kena bayar, yang company kena tanggung, you kena buat apa? First step, loss minus deductible. Lepas tu ambil jawapan tu, darab dengan big percentage, and then sudah siap. Okay, yeah, that's all. Tapi kalau nak cari cost yang ditanggung oleh policy holder, you sama juga. Step pertama kena tolak deductible, tapi lepas tolak deductible, you kena darab percentage yang kecil, the small percentage for co-insurance, small percentage. This percentage is the co-insurance. Okay, I should write co-insurance here. This one also co-insurance. And then step ketiga, yang ni dia ada step ketiga kena tambah deductible. Kalau you nak cari policy holder, you just hafal this one. Apa lagi yang saya nak cakap? Itu sajalah. Okay, tapi kalau fire insurance lain, remember fire insurance, medical insurance, the calculation method, they are not the same. Okay, and a lot of students think this chapter is susah because they don't know how to bezakan the type of question. They don't know how to differentiate. So you have to treat this all as different chapters. Medical insurance, you have to put it in a different box. Fire insurance, it has to place in a different category. Okay, walaupun they are same chapter, but you cannot mix them up, right? Because you mix them up, it becomes very difficult. So just hafal the formula, right? The steps to find medical insurance. And then for fire insurance, ada juga step dia yang lain. Tapi yang tu saya pernah explain also in my other videos. And motor insurance pun ada step lain dia. Semua step dia lain. So semua kena tahulah, semua kena hafal. And tapi saya takkan bagi tahu step for motor insurance and fire insurance sekarang. Okay. Tapi kalau you nak tengok, you pergi carilah video. Saya pernah explain. Alright, number 14. Undergone eye surgery cost is 10,000. So this is definitely the loss. Because this is the medical bill, right? So the loss. And then the medical insurance policy taken by her has a deductible of 1,000. Co-insurance percentage is 90-10. The big percentage is the company will tanggung. That means the company always responsible for the big percentage. And then the small percentage is the Puan Syuhada lah. In this case is Syuhada. Okay, how much money does Puan Syuhada need to bond but for her medical cost? Bond here means tanggung. Berapa yang dia kena tanggung. So, do I use this formula or this formula? Which one? The company one or the policy holder? Of course, the policy holder, because I'm trying to find cost yang policy holder kena tanggung, bukan company. So, I'll use this formula. So, just follow. What is the formula? Loss tolak deductible. Loss is 10,000. Tolak deductible 1,000. Dapat 9,000. Tapi 9,000 ni kena darab 90% or 10%? Kenapa darab 10%? Darab 10% lah. Kenapa darab 10%? Sebab I'm trying to find yang syuhada kena tanggung, bukan company. Kalau company, saya darab 90%. And by the way, kalau company, after you darab the 90%, straight away answer already. Straight away answer kalau company lah. Tapi kalau policy holder, lepas you darab, kena tambah lagi deductible. Okay, yang ni tekan potong, dapat 900. And then 900 ni kena tambah lagi dengan deductible 1,000. Deductible is 1,000, right, just now. Okay, so dapat apa? 1900. So the answer is C. Okay, kertas peperiksaan tamat. Bye-bye.